What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the ANR Weekly. It is a Monday. It is going to be a great day. We got a great show. We're going to make your Monday end off with a bang. But before I begin the show, I got to bring in my friend. He is somewhere summoning the Dragon Zord. It is my friend D. How's it going, buddy? Play that flute. Represent.
Oh, it's in my closet too. I should have brought it out.
You can still go get it. I'll give you. You can take a commercial break and
Just to run and go get it.
be right back from our no sponsors. How you doing?
I'm good. Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm getting every week. I'm getting sad stories about legends passing away.
Right?
Every week, it's like we're getting old, and I guess some of this is expected, but that was not expected because
No.
he's such a young person.
Yeah.
If you don't know who we're talking about Jason, who was the Green Ranger and then the White Ranger in the Power Rangers, and then many other Rangers later on. He happened to pass away over the weekend. We'll get into him and his legacy as one of our topics later on. But yeah, man, I'm doing good, man. I got a lot of hauls this week. This was a big week.
Is that good or bad? Is it one of the things where it's unexpected and you're like, oh,
yeah.
Oh.
I go into a store thinking I'm going to pick up one or two items, and they're like, "Hey, remember the 15 things that you ordered? They're all here at once."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, did I pay for any of those?" They're like, "Nope, you didn't." I'm like, "Oh man, this is gonna hurt." So yeah, I'm gonna go over what I got. But before we do all of that, we have our favorite part. You know it, I know it. It is our ANR dad joke time. Backed by popular demand, especially by you. Are you ready for this one, D? You ready to go? Why do you always do that serious face on purpose? You do this on purpose. You were smiling a second ago.
That's my RBF. That's my face. I don't know what to tell
God. you. Okay, here we go. So how it works is anybody who's listening to us live, let us know if it's a good joke. Do hashtag dad, and if it's a bad joke, then do hashtag sad. There's never any bad jokes. It's always hashtag dad here. And if you're listening to us on our various podcast platforms, you can still play along with us. You can go to our social media at ANR Universe and let us know if this week's dad joke was hashtag dad or hashtag sad. All right, ready to go? Here we go. All right. Why did the golfer bring two pairs of pants? D, stop playing with the Green Ranger.
Well,
why did the golfer bring two pairs of pants, D?
I don't know. Why? Why did he do
case he got a hole in one.
Okay.
That's a good one. You know it. That's a good one. Everybody, hashtag that. I want to see it blast all over the many people that are on our chat rooms, which is not true, but still. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. Because he might get a hole in one.
You gotta praise you. I like that one.
I'm patting myself on the back for
that
one. Oh, that was a good one. That is a good one. All right, man. Let's get into our less popular segment. Is what we watched and what we got.
My usual.
We don't have a hashtag for that.
Do we? Do we not?
Cough times 3.
That counts. That should be the dad joke one.
Hey, yo, Johnny says.
What's up, Johnny?
Johnny, how you doing, buddy? Omar's in the house. Cowabunga Dude's in the house. What's up? Omar's always coughing. Bro, you got to go check that cough in. Like, always coughing.
He'll check his cough if you check.
Johnny, you missed the jack. No, don't worry. I'll say it again for you.
Okay.
I'll say it again.
He'll say it again next week. He'll say it again next week.
No. We haven't got to the next segment yet. We haven't got to the next segment yet.
Johnny,
just for you, Johnny. Just for you. Here we go. Why did the golfer bring two pairs of pants? In case he got a hole in one. There you go, Johnny. I've just brightened your day. I've ended your Monday with a bang.
He said, if I time this just right, I'll miss the dad jokes. And then he shows up. He's like, oh, no. Did I miss it? Oh, no. Well, moving on.
All right, moving on. Oof. Oh, what did he say oof for? Oof I think he meant, oh, my God, it's effing awesome. That's what he meant.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm lagging. Bro, I don't know, man. First you have cough problems, now you have internet problems. I don't know, man. Move out of Cali, bro.
Check your cables, Omar.
Move up here to Vancouver. We'll take care of you, bro.
Yeah.
All right. What did you watch and what did you get?
So I watched usual Abbott Elementary. That's on
I'm
Disney
sorry. What
Plus.
now?
Abbott Elementary. It's that school one
What
with.
kind of PBS show is this?
No, it's like the dude from Everyone Hates Chris. He's a teacher in
Oh, okay. Yeah.
prepping
Okay.
school.
Okay. Okay. I heard about this.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's pretty.
It's like a thriller thing, right?
No, it's
No,
comedy.
I thought it was
Well,
like
what
a
are you?
thriller
I'm
thing.
curious what one you're thinking of because I like thrillers.
I have to look into. I thought it was like a drama thriller type of show.
No, it's 100% comedy.
Okay. Okay. Cool. How was it?
I like it. I've been enjoying it. And then Mythic Quest, also on Apple TV. That's the one where he runs a gaming studio, and it's like one of the top selling games. It's basically World of Warcraft, but the guy is
Okay. Nice.
egotistical, and he's always butting heads with his lead art, like
Is
lead
it based
programmer.
on true events or just totally fiction?
It's fiction.
Okay.
I mean, if you worked in the gaming industry,
You
then
might
it's
see some of it.
100% relatable because I've been in those situations.
Never. Everything's run smoothly in
Yeah.
a true studio.
Great North is on Disney Plus. Bob's Burgers, just the usual stuff. And then what I got, same situation as you, where I get to this store like, hey, so like you have
I think we went to the same store, right?
yeah, you
Okay.
have double digits of stuff to pick up. I'm like, I didn't get any emails, and they didn't. It was fine. Like no one was mad.
Did they try to blame you for it?
No, not at all. Like I'm like,
Okay.
I didn't get any emails. I'm like, yeah, sorry, man. Like people have been saying that. So no, nothing bad. Like it didn't bother me.
Wow, I got the third degree.
Oh, did you?
I phoned in and then I'm like, because after I heard what you went through, I phoned in this morning and I said, hey, do I have anything like pending that I haven't come picked up for a while?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you've got this thing, this Blitzway Voltron.
Yeah.
I'm like, I already have it right in my house. I've had it for like a month now. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, well, you ordered one. I'm like, yeah, I know. I came to the store and picked it up. It's $900. I think I know which one I bought.
Yeah, same. Like we laughed about it, but they're like, okay, your Goku and Vegeta, or sorry, your Vegeta and Gohan are in, like the super one.
Yeah.
Like I got that weeks ago from you guys. Not only that, but I took a picture in my car because I was excited to get them.
So I should have told them. I haven't shown her. I showed her my YouTube channel a month ago.
Yeah.
To come take a look at it.
So they shook their head and like, yeah, sorry, like they upgraded their system, and so it's
yeah.
So
but they were nice afterwards because I went into the store afterwards, anyways.
Yeah,
but they were nice to me afterwards.
But if mine had that issue, they should assume everyone else's as well.
I don't know. Maybe maybe it's a different person that dealt with me.
Yeah, and then I got. So I went in. I called Toys R Us, asked for Stuart, and like, no, we don't have any. And then as soon as we get home, our buddy's like, yeah, there were tons. There's tons of them. Like, of course.
I remember that in the chat.
Yeah. So I went and got him.
You fool! I told you, don't call them. They don't care.
But like, that's the only. I went on the website and it's like, it said they had some in stock, but it wouldn't let me pick the store.
It never does. That website is broken.
It's garbage. But I don't want to go all the way there if they don't have any, because that's like the only store I ever want to go to in that mall.
It's the way it is, man. You just go in and you just see and you grab it and walk away. It is what it is. I just stopped relying on them and their knowledge of the floor.
Even in store, they move stuff around, I guess. So I'm like, hey, where's your G.I. Joes? And then she let me
by the electronics.
Yeah. So I'm like, forget it. I'll find it myself. Like, no, we don't have any. I'm like, I know you have them. I will find it myself. And then I went and found it myself.
Yeah.
I walked out.
And there were lots, right? There were like 4 or 5 of them. Yeah. There you go. See?
Like, you guys. Scorpion I got.
I still don't understand why they put G.I. Joe in the electronics section. I still don't get that.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Same with their NECA. Anyone's listening, it's a retro carded Scorpion with his animated TV colors or the comic colors you're used to. The other one was dark metallic green.
That was the Lucha Scorpion.
Luchador Scorpion.
Yeah.
I didn't mind this one.
Yeah, it was a good stand-in, but
it was
throw
new,
throw that hot garbage out of there now.
and then I saw him like, oh, okay, well,
yeah.
Obviously,
I need to get another one of him. If you come across another one of him, let me know.
I only saw the one, but I think they'll be plentiful.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. I think we.
Here we
No, I don't
go.
know if
Here
he's
we
on
go.
TikTok. I got. I got
Ah,
it for a
let's
second.
talk, let's pause for a second
Yeah, let's
here.
pause. I want to
Let's
see what
let,
you're
let's
gonna say.
pause for a second here.
Yeah,
If you archive into many of our YouTube videos
yeah,
about me asking D to get cartoon turtle figures,
yes.
D always says, "I only collect the movie ones. I don't collect any cartoon
I
ones."
said I don't do
Oh,
Toon
no, no, no,
Turtles.
no, no. Hold on. You did say NECA. You said I don't collect cartoons.
Yeah,
Now that you have this beauty in your hands,
this isn't the cartoon version.
this is the animation, is it not?
No, it's not the animated one that NECA's doing. So I still,
This is animated. Don't
I'm still
even
following
go
my rule. I'm
there.
still following my
Don't go
rule.
to the technicality. Don't
He
do
didn't.
don't do
He didn't
that.
look
Don't
like
do
this
that.
in the
Listen, you're
animated
addicted
comic.
to plastic crack. Just get over it,
No,
okay?
this one doesn't count. He did not look like this in the comic.
Comics?
Yeah, Ray Fillet didn't show up in the.
No, but he is a cartoon version. Is that a movie version?
No, but he's a classic version of the old school toys, which I said I would get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do those. I just won't do NECA Toon Turtles. I
Look at this
refuse.
guy trying to get out of the technicality here.
Refuse. I refuse. And then I got another gun ho. I'm gonna make a movie star Wonder Man.
Okay.
So I'm gonna work on him, I guess. And then, as you guys know, I've been working on Alvin's Lanterns. He wants a stupid knight as
Wow,
well. I'm
wow,
still
okay,
deciding
okay.
on that.
Why you have to add that in there, huh?
The armor's so ugly. I think that's all I got. Yeah, that's all I got. What did you get? What was your
Okay.
haul that you had to go and?
Oh, let me just talk about what I watched because that's a lot
Okay.
quicker. I watched Rick and Morty. They're finally back, but I was kind of disappointed in the last week's episode or yesterday's episode. It was all right. It was just a lot of all over the place. I guess maybe that's how they designed it. It was okay. I watched a lot of World Cup soccer started now,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm a huge soccer fan, so I watched a couple of the last couple of days of soccer. I got together with some friends over the weekend. I'm a big wrestling mark as well. So I got to go watch with my friend's house the AEW pay per view event called Full Gear. That was a lot of fun. And what else? Oh, Johnny's saying this episode was wild. Yeah, it was really crazy,
Or
man.
what? Rick and Morty.
Yeah, like if you watch it, your brain's gonna explode. You're just
I'm
like,
only on like
what?
episode 3 of season
It's
1.
it. Oh my god, what are you doing?
Nothing. I'm catching up. Now
Hey,
I got a bingeable show now.
it's way better. Like the first season is average at best,
Yeah.
and then you hit the second season, it just like takes off, different level. You're right. This was insane this last week. So I was just like, whoa, what's going on here? And then Cowabunga says I watched Disenchantment. I
Oh,
don't even know what that is.
It's I think Matt Groening worked on it, so it's kind of looks like Futurama and The Simpsons.
Oh
but
yes, okay, yes, okay, yeah. What else did I watch? Oh, I watched. Oh, speaking of a show that we're gonna review, Titans. So because we got so many things happening and the holiday season's coming up, we've decided to ice Titans for now until the season ends, and then we'll do a full recap of it because it's just too much to talk about right now with so many things going on, and we have our
dedicating
year
our
end.
lives to something that's going to be crap every single week.
I was trying to make it all nice, and then you just poo poo all over it. No, it could get better.
Yeah, it could. That's yeah, you're right. I wasn't being fair. It could be
Yeah,
better.
come on now. Okay, so we'll wait till if the season ends, and we'll talk about it as a whole. AGR. Oh, our sister channel AGR, which I'm assuming Alex is on, is saying Titans peaked at season 1. You are not wrong, my friend. You are not wrong. Speaking of AGR, that's our sister channel. So if you're new here and you're wondering what that's all about, that's our gaming only channel. And we're giving away an Xbox. All you gotta do is subscribe over there. And we have a podcast every week that we download, upload, onto the channel. Go check that out. Weekly news on gaming and all kinds of cool things about the gaming world. So if that interests you, go check it out. Subscribe if you love that content. What else did I watch? I can't remember anything else that I watched. I'm starting to see a lot of Christmas movies and TV shows creeping around everywhere. Like streaming channels are starting to sprinkle it in here and there, and I'm trying to hold off because generally I don't start that stuff till December.
Is your wife super festive
Mm-hmm.
with Christmas?
My
Halloween
whole
she
family is.
was, right? I know
Yes.
Halloween. Okay.
My whole family is except for me.
Mm. I'm
I
the
do
same.
Christmas, but I do moderations. Like I'll do here and there. I'm not crazy. I used to be like this. I should get the Christmas lights up and everything, all kinds of stuff, and then I just like no, not doing this anymore. It's just too much work. I don't have a whole lot of time to do it. So I'll celebrate. I'll be festive here and there if I have to with my family. No problem. We have our dinners. Um, but this year we're not celebrating Christmas at home. We're actually not going to be in the country. We're actually taking a trip,
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, so we'll celebrate our first Christmas outside of Canada. Um, I think it's going to be fun. I might even do a live from where we are. Who knows? Who knows? I might say hi. I'll make sure I'm fully clothed as well, so that'll be
Just
good.
on the beach somewhere.
So maybe, yeah, maybe we'll see. But yeah, that's all I watched. What did I get? Okay, here we go. Let's start off with the Black Friday gaming deals. You know, it's Black Friday month now. They don't do Black Friday
Yeah,
like
it's like I got confused because I saw these Black Friday ads. So I
yeah.
started like online hunting, and Jess was like, "It's next week." I'm like, "Well, then what's with all these ads?"
Yeah, so they went on sale. So I started getting some games at $30, $40 off. I picked up the NHL 23 for the PlayStation 5. I picked up FIFA 23 for PlayStation
Are these
5.
GameStops? GameStop
These
deals?
are Best Buy,
Oh, okay.
but they're all the same price. You can even get an Amazon shipped to your house.
Yeah.
And then NBA 2K23 for PS5 as well. So I'm good for games, sports games. These are some of the big three sports that I love. Got that all sorted out for myself for the next foreseeable future. Hasbro Pulse was nice enough to send me this 2-pack here, the yellow and Red Ranger pinless with butterfly joints. So very interested to see how this is gonna look. It's gonna pose really good, so I'm excited for that. I gotta find lots of space to move things around. And then I've got so our buddy Brad came by the house today, and he got me this figure. I already had this guy, but I didn't realize it. That I told Brad to get one, but I could always use an extra. Could be good fodder if I want
Yeah,
to move things
we'll
around.
figure out something to do with it.
So Stalker, I got him, the GI Joe from Classified series, and then I got from the Black series Star Wars. I got Ayla Sakura. I've been wanting this figure from 2020, I think. Actually, one of our first videos or one of our earlier videos I did was top 5 Star Wars figures I wanted, and she was on the list. She's very mysterious, and I really like this character. So I'm happy they made this character. I just don't know why it's so plain. It's just like
Yeah.
2 colors, and that's it. There's no like details to her clothing, nothing. It's plain Jane, man. I'm just like, what? You can add some black wash maybe to it, like. So it doesn't look that great, but I'll take it. It's better than nothing. And then from SH Figure Arts, I got the first form cell. You got this one too, right?
No, I didn't
No?
bother with Cell at all.
Ah, why? You don't
He
like
looks
him?
nice though. I don't know. Moderation, I guess. I have no idea.
Okay, fair enough.
There's always like a version 3.0 by the time they're done. So it's like, I'll wait, I guess. I'll
I also got from the Classified series. I got Zarana right here.
Oh yeah,
This
she's a cool one.
she looks cool, man. I can't wait. And then I think this is one of my favorite GI Joes of this year. I don't know. He just looks so cool. Dusty.
Do you have a Joe shelf, or do you mix them in with like other?
I'm trying to create any shelf right now.
Yeah,
it's 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 one of those things that I get a lot of figures every month, and I'm trying to at least try to open all of them now. Um, so once I get most of these guys open and catch up, then I think I'll start. I'm gonna do a Marvel Legends shelf. I think one whole Marvel Legends shelf is not even enough. Even if I pack 300 Marvel Legends figures, still won't be enough. GI Joe's coming in hot and strong now. I think I've got every single GI Joe and multiplied sometimes by like 8. Some of them. NECA, every single NECA one that I wanted is there, but hopefully I'm gonna have one whole shelf for each line and
that'd be cool.
continue that. Yeah. This line is getting nice and big now for me. It's the Super 7 Turtles line. So I got Michelangelo, the wave
The
red
yeah,
Michelangelo.
he looks nice.
It's so good. Look how beautiful and bright this. Don't you want this?
I do, because he's also one of the first ones that I remember having as a kid. And I wanted to buy him. Like, hey, mom, remember this guy that I lost?
So you're gonna get him?
I might. I honestly might.
Okay.
He does look nice.
Well,
I'm
I
not
might
even-
have a double or set coming, so I'll give it to you if I get
Did
it.
you Entertainment Earth it or something?
I don't know. I think I did somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I think I have a set coming. Sewer Samurai, Leo. Right there. Got him. He looks pretty cool. And then I've got Ace. Right here.
But yeah, I saw all of those guys. I was like, oh, it's very tempting. It's very tempting.
Super 7 Ace. Man, I'm running out of space here. And obviously, you showed off this Ray Fillet. So, man, he looks amazing.
The colors are crazy, right?
Just so good. These guys could easily be in my top 10 or top 20.
The only downside is, well, in the earlier waves, I heard people saying like the legs get loose or are loose, but I haven't had that issue like at all with any of mine. So
here's another one that could be in my top list this year is the Slash, Super 7 Slash. Too. Like, he looks really good right here.
My problem with the actual TV Toon one, he looks kind of, I know he looked like that in the show, but I don't like the doofy look. I want him to look menacing. I don't want the like buck teeth he has in the cartoon.
Yeah. This one caught me off. Just another one here caught me off guard. It looks really cool. Scratch.
Oh, the cat. Man, that figure, like the original,
yeah,
for thousands.
That's insane. So I got that. I'm very happy to have him. And then I got Krang right here, Super 7. I promise it's going to end very soon. And then another Super 7 is Leatherhead. I thought you were going to get Leatherhead.
No, I didn't want that one after I saw, like, I don't know, something about that look bothered me.
Really?
But he looks the way he did as a toy. Like, the kudos to them. I just, yeah, it wasn't for me.
For me, I just look at it, I'm like, these are toys, right?
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be accurate to whatever we read or watched, right? So when you have that mindset, when you buy these figures, then it's, you get them, right? But there's people out there who want accuracy to what it looked like in the show. These figures are not it, right?
Which is why we live in such a glorious age where we have
we have choices,
several versions of the same characters.
Your favorite's the Mattel line. I know that.
Oh, of course.
And then I got your favorite 3-pack for Marvel Legends. There we go. The Venom family. Venom, Agony, and Marvel's Riot.
I haven't seen that body before.
Did you get this? Or are you going to get it?
I'll get it. I just wasn't quick on the draw. But I'm not worried about it either. If I get it, I get it. If not, then it's well.
And then I got the Pulse exclusive classified series G.I. Joe Serpentor and his air chariot. I accidentally got multiples of these, so I might give one away down the road when it's hard to get. So stay tuned.
How you got multiples?
You don't need to ask.
You know
how it is.
I won't question it.
You know how it is. And then to round it off, I know I'm missing some, but I don't have time to go through all of them. From Mondo, Skeletor. He is a 1/6 size Skeletor figure. He looks badass. And I know what you're going to say. And yes, I will be picking that up later on.
The Panther? Have to.
But that is what I got. I'm sorry for the long delay. But yeah, that is a big haul for me this week. Now the arduous task of first world problem of opening these all up and finding rooms for them, which I do not have. All right. Shall we get into our first topic, which is always Toy Talk, the fun topic, the awesome topic. Go for it, my friend.
Super 7.
I knew you were going to start off with this one.
Might as well. I'm not getting it, but he looks cool.
You're a bit of a Conan fan, aren't you?
Yeah, but not enough to buy a Super 7 one.
He does look glorious.
He looks cool. I like the details as usual. How do you feel about the overall like physique of these ones? Like aesthetics.
So
Same with the Thundercats too. Like they have the He-Man-y upper body and biceps, and they look
they look
puffy.
great in pictures,
Yeah.
but I've been hearing a lot of negativity about Super 7's Ultimate line of their paint jobs. Some people are not
Okay.
happy with the Disney line. They said the eyes and the paint jobs were really
Oh, yeah, I know
badly
what you're
done.
talking about. Yeah, like the
So
animated characters.
yeah, so I don't know. This is rendered, so anytime you see rendered, you're gonna see perfection. I want to see it actually in figure form before I decide to click and pre-order these. Um, so I'm curious. It looks great. If you missed out on the Mezco one and you're a big Conan fan, I think this is a good consolation prize. It's not as much as the Mezco one, but it's a pretty cool looking one. I'm gonna say it looks pretty cool, in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm a person. If you're asking me if I'm gonna get it, no, I'm only gonna buy one Conan, and I've
You
already.
don't. You got the what one? Mezco one?
Yeah, I got the second version of Mezco. They made
Oh yeah.
another rerun of it afterwards.
I wish I saw that one first because I like the weapons that he comes with, the like jewels, the jewel sword, the
It's
tunic.
Kodo and Podo. His shoulders. I'm sorry. What now? Did I miss something? All right, cool. Whatever your
And then this pose,
yeah,
I'm like,
this
is
yeah,
this is this a rendered pose or can he actually do that?
I don't know. He's got no thigh cuts. So does he have thigh cuts? Doesn't look like he has thigh cuts, but it's rendered anyways. What does it matter? That's rendered. That's not a figure, is it?
It's rendered.
Yeah.
Photo and photo. Oh, that made me sad. They're two what are they, otters or something? There's Yeah, I think they're otters or meerkats.
Oh, Beastmasters. Okay.
Yeah. But now all I can picture is them being skinned and worn on his shoulders.
Are you gonna get this at all?
Nah, my Mezco one's fine.
The throne didn't
No,
entice
that's okay.
I was just gonna say, just to see.
I don't even think he comes with that. I think the throne is separate.
No, it comes with that.
I swear to God, I had to go look up like the super.
No.
You better come with that.
That'd be ridiculous to show a throne on the side here and not have that. No.
I added that picture.
No. I'm saying, I'm talking about their rendering
okay.
picture. Like you put him sitting on the throne and don't want to add that in. That's ridiculous.
That'd be funny to me.
Oh man, if they do that, people are gonna be mad. All right, cool.
I'm seeing even in the the promo shot, accessories, interchangeable heads, neutral head, throne head, hands, fist, palms, gripping, fur pelt, cape, sword.
What does it mean, throne head?
His dwelling face.
Dude, that's the ultimate. Like that's the ultimate burn it. You're gonna give the collectors a throne head, but you don't give them the throne.
Nope, the throne of Aquilonia is $45.
Oh, okay,
it's separate.
Oh man, what is
Super
see? 7?
I knew it. I knew I wasn't crazy.
What is Super 7 doing? Put it together. Crazy, man. That's ridiculous.
And I knew that. I was reading it. I'm like, I swear to God, it's separate. But I second guess myself because of how crazy it is and how you're like, no, that can't be possible. So I'm like, you're right.
That no, I thought you were saying that they didn't make this at all. That this is
no.
This was surrender. That's what I was saying. I'm like, no, they're gonna make this for sure. But yeah, the fact that it's separate, I just think that's ridiculous. Just put it together, make it a ultimate deluxe thing, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, throne head allows him to look forward. Yes. I mean,
the dwelling face.
Yeah, just put it all together and sell it at a good price. $45 just for a throne? That's kind of ridiculous. Good luck trying to sell all that. They're gonna have leftovers for days.
But they entice you with the throne head. So
yeah, but still, like
which really should have just went with the throne.
Have you seen the third party community?
Yeah,
like,
they'll just do
They're
it.
gonna make a killer throne, and
Yeah.
you're gonna lose all that money, right? Just put it together in a bundle. Jeez, they're gonna have a whole warehouse full of thrones just sitting there all day. What else we got?
Let's see here. Oh, Big E.
Bye 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 bye.
Again, looks
That was
cool.
my
But
impersonation of Big E.
I'll leave that with you.
It was all a dream. Oh man. If you're a hip hop collector or a fan of hip hop, and you collect some of the older stuff or the Funko Pops, it's cool to see this now where you can get it in the 112 scale. I hope they continue with this. I want to see some of the other hip hop artists like, Wu Tang, um, from West Coast, Dre, Ice Cube. I'm assuming licensing is going to be a big issue. Um, so I'm hope they do get some of these other artists. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I wonder how much
Tupac,
the
Easy
licensing costs.
E. Yeah, that would be pretty cool to get some of these OG rappers into the fold. Are you gonna buy Kanye if Kanye?
Yeah, he's my. If they do Kanye, I'm all in.
Oh my god! All right, cool. Are you gonna pick this up?
Nah, but I appreciate it. Like it looks.
Yeah.
Like it looks legit. Looks cool.
Yeah.
I just need to.
I love the lugs. The lugs are pretty dope.
Very picky with my purchases.
Yeah, this is cool though. I like it. What else we got? Oh,
Astonishing Gambit and his.
What's that again? Say that name again.
Gambit.
No.
Oh, astonishing.
There you go. Gambit.
What is it? Gambit. There you go, bud. I think
Hasbro. I think the Marvel Legends team should send astonishing figures to us, right? What do you think? Everybody out there, help us out. This line is geared for us to review first.
But would you be nice? That's the thing.
Well, if they give it to us to review, we're not going to be nice. We're going to be always honest.
Exactly. So it's like
do they think we're going to just like?
Are they going to give it to the guy who hates everything?
We ain't some of those other YouTube channels. Not just kidding. I ain't gonna name anybody out there. No, like look. It is what it is. We're just gonna tell everybody this is the same pretty much figure. No, it's not. It's a brand new figure. It's pinless. Of course, we love pinless stuff here. I think this is a good figure. It's gonna be a little bit big for him, isn't it? But he is a tall guy, though.
Well, so the problem is Vulcan is bigger, and he stands taller than everyone else. But he was classified as the new pinless Bucky Cap body, basically, like the But he's taller, so now you're getting all these new figures who are also going to be taller.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to buy them all.
And if you're nitpicky or you have OCD and you like notice that one, like Daredevil, for instance, he is on a combination of parts and he just looks tall. I'm okay with that. But a lot of people are like, I don't want a 7 foot tall Daredevil. I don't want a 7 foot tall Gambit. Why is Morph 7 feet? So it just depends. You can fake it with poses. It's not really that big of a deal.
What do you think of this? What do you think of this?
I myself don't care about him in this costume. I like trench coat Gambit and I like his exoskeleton suit. That's just how I like him, and that's how I.
So you don't like Astonishing X-Men? Is that what you're saying?
I don't like him in the costume.
No, but I'm asking, do you not like the team in the colors?
Yeah, just not him.
Oh, just not him. Okay.
Just not
Wolverine,
him.
You do Wolverine, right?
Wolverine, yeah, Wolverine's cool.
Cyclops?
But I also, again, Wolverine has that iconic costume, even if it's the yellow, black.
No. I know the iconic.
Yeah. So I don't know if I need a team with everyone, or if I would just pick and choose which ones look the coolest, in my opinion.
They have the first name.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna buy it just for that. You can.
Wow. Okay. All right. I'll remember that.
I'm gonna get the whole team. I'll get
I'm very astonished to hear that. Okay. So even if I buy it for you, you won't keep one.
I put them on the wall at that point.
All right. Cool. Consider it done.
Put it next to the sign.
There we go.
Obviously, you're getting it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the whole team. I love it's nothing. I was just joking about all that stuff, but I love these other variants of their costumes. And
Yeah,
X-Men is so so near and dear to me. I love the X-Men stories. I love the characters from there. It's part of my childhood. I have to get all those characters in these lines. So yeah, I'll get them. I
yeah.
can't wait.
See, like Gambit has a slimmer physique,
Yeah, he does.
but Hasbro like they're not going to make him a new body. That's just how. So it depends how picky you are.
I think the majority of us do prefer with the trench coat. I never said I don't. Just to be just to make things clear here, I'm just saying that I would.
If you have a shelf of like different looks throughout the years, that'd be cool. Like at
Yeah,
that
yeah.
point, I would
That's
do it.
that's
But I'm
for
not.
me. I
Yeah,
want variety. I want different looks of each character, but there's always going to be the main core look that I'm always going to favor. Rely on and go back to. And the trench coat Gambit is that one. I mean, I love it so much. I even bought a third party staff that's fully metal and chromed, right, just to give him that extra little punch.
yeah.
Um, and I've seen people get actual trench coats, like the Mayfex Gambit. It's
Oh, that one's beautiful.
arguably one of my favorite figures of all time. It
Wasn't
is
that one of your?
masterful.
Wasn't that one of your figures of the year?
This
Or no?
figure,
Am I
so
wrong?
my Gambit is going into the Hall of Fame area of my collection.
Yeah.
I've started a Hall of Fame where figures that I put there that are forever going to be, one of my favorites, and that Mayfex one isn't there. He's asking this: is this the same buck as Morph and Cyclops?
Yeah, I think we were you and me and Matt and a bunch of people were discussing it. I think I don't have Morph. You have Morph.
Yeah, I do have Morph. I haven't opened them up yet. I'll
So
open them up.
Cyclops was hard for me to tell, but I think it is on the Bucky cat or not. Sorry, the Vulcan body as well. So I think those three will all be the same size.
This is the new body they're gonna go with. So
Yeah,
and it must have cost them a lot of money. So they're gonna run with this for a while.
I'm
Make
okay
use of
with
it.
that. I don't care.
Yeah, me too. I know he's a little jacked, but that's okay. It's a different look anyway. So
I hate his
he's.
hair.
I
The
know you
retro
said
carded,
this. You
the
you
retro
said this.
carded one has different bangs. Like he looks like a paintbrush here. Just looks greasy.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will come with a different head sculpt, anyways.
Heck, you could just pop the head off the other retro carded one.
Can you?
Yeah,
It might not sit properly.
because they're using the old head. Like this is the one from I
The
forgot.
way old one, the old one,
Yeah, the
yes.
Build a Figure one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But do you
That
think
head,
they
like
made some
you
adjustments to
can
the
swap.
hole?
I don't. Hold on, I'll check after. No, you can pop that head on easily.
Okay,
There's
okay,
no
okay.
like it should be fine.
Because sometimes the whole
It
the
just hovers.
ball.
Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're just like what? Ah. Okay, cool.
no fit. Now your buddy
Who's that?
McFarlane. This is
My boy Toddy. Yeah.
yeah. We have
I think you got me and Omar confused here.
we have Duke
That's
Thomas
Omar's
here.
boy. That's
This
Omar. See, that's Omar right there on the right. That's how I picture Omar on a Saturday night with the red tights
just
and the
checking
leather
himself out in the
jacket
book.
and the slicked hair. That's Omar right there on a Saturday night, just going out to town.
Both of these
As
look fine to me. I don't know. I need to see more Superboy. He might have a stupid
who
face.
who's this Lego Batman on the left? Look, what is that?
So, and the Discord, they
Looking like a Lego Batman up in here. Like, what
the
is this
lost costume of
nonsense?
him.
Like
I was laughing at it too. So this is another basically orphan that Bruce picked up.
you got to
It's
be
like,
kidding me! Another orphan?
yeah, he has a
Doesn't this guy
whole.
learn?
And this guy's name is Signal.
Well, it looks like a signal.
Yeah, that's it. He
That
needed to be
makes sense.
the beacon of light
Yeah,
opposed to
the
Bruce's
beacon of
darkness.
something.
He has the power to control darkness and light somehow. He's a metahuman.
Huh?
His parents were Jokerized, like they had the Joker laughing
Oh yeah,
gas.
yeah.
So
Okay.
he didn't know if his parents were alive or not. So his whole deal is he's trying to find his mom, and he had nowhere to go. So he's hanging out with the Batman crew.
Is this what the kids are reading these days? This.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
This is the new. What are they called? Outsiders with Black Lightning, Cassandra.
He kind of fits in that mold. Yeah,
Yeah, he's not a Robin, but he's
he's like Nightwing, his own thing,
yeah,
but part of the giant
he's part of a
orphan crew.
team. I don't know. He did. I don't care about him.
They should just call them the Orphans with the Z at the end. Orphans.
No,
Yeah.
someone has that name. That's the funny part too. So you can't
Oh,
even name the
really?
team yet. Yeah,
Jeez. Is he a DC character?
yeah. She used to be Batgirl. Like there was a Batgirl who couldn't speak, Cassandra,
Yeah.
and instead of making her a Batgirl, her name is just Orphan now. So I was like, okay.
Buns of Steel, Darth says. You know it.
Dick Grayson still wins in that category. So
What, Buns of Steel?
yeah, Dick Grayson. And then what else we
Ooh.
got here? For McFarlane's, we had.
Wait, I didn't ask you if you're going to get any of these.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Wow, okay.
Not because they look
I
bad.
don't to be mean about it.
They just think they don't scale on my shelf.
I thought
That's
I was
just
mean about
unfortunately
Todd
the case.
figures.
Kingdom Come Batman. He has his armored look with the hinged wings. Looks pretty accurate. I have nothing bad to say about it. And then the Nightfall Catwoman in her purple costume.
This reminds me of the 70s TV show, The Catwoman.
What's your favorite look?
The 70s
still
or
like the
60s? I can't remember.
I think it was the 60s.
It's that look. What's that? You're asking me a question.
I was just saying, like, my favorite look is the Hush one. I don't know if you have a specific look for Catwoman.
Yeah, the Hush one is probably up there too. In terms of figures, or you talk about looks?
Just looks.
I do like the Michelle Pfeiffer look too with the stitches.
Oh, that was cool too. The stitches.
Yeah, that was pretty. Like that made it look like homemade, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of like that one too. But figure wise, I think the Hush one is probably my favorite right now.
She doesn't appear to have side eyes in this image, but when they
it looks like it's direct.
When they hit mass production, though, I can't. Who knows? They could change things up. They could shake things up last
Shit
minute.
could go sideways.
Real quick.
Hashtag ANR that joke. 60s, not 70s. Yes, yeah. Sorry, yeah, 60s. It does give me that look. All right, cool. I know nothing about this Batman.
It's a decent comic. Superman retires. It's the one where he retires because he couldn't stop Joker from detonating a bomb in the Daily Planet, and it kills all his friends. And
oh man,
and he still wouldn't kill Joker. And the public was like, why aren't you doing anything about this? Like, because I have to set an example. And then a new hero shows up and blasts Joker and kills him. And then from that point on, it spawned a younger generation of superheroes, but they're kind of wild and they do their own thing and cause damage. So he has to step out of retirement to fix everything. So it's one of those stories, a futuristic what if.
Cool.
So I like it. I might even give it.
The comic books must be good.
Yeah. Alex Ross art, so that can't go.
Has he done every single Batman, or there's still millions to go?
There's still millions to go. He's set for years. He's got a lot.
He is going to continue rolling Batman figures. If you're a Batman fan, you must be just like rolling around in exhilaration. Like you must be like, this guy is God to me because he's going to give me every Batman figure known to man. It's insane how much Batman figures he rolls out or related to figures he rolls out. Meanwhile, you have characters like Adam.
I wish he did like a comic Wonder Woman. I don't think he's done that yet.
Comic Adam. Did he do that? No, he did the movie one.
Oh yeah.
Vigilante. What's that detective with no face?
Oh, the Question. Did he do that?
Question. I don't think he did that. No, he didn't do that.
I got it mixed up with
Red Tornado.
Yeah, there's so many, but he's set for years, so he can keep.
Elastic Man.
Plastic Man would be cool.
Is it elastic or plastic?
Plastic.
Same thing.
There's Elongated Man.
There go. Elongated Man. See, none of that. No. Why? Why do those characters? Just keep doing Batman.
Because
that's a ways to go. Yeah. Unfortunately, yes.
I don't know. I have nothing bad to say about. I need to get one in hand because my problem before were the joints, especially the feet ones, because they lock into place. So you're always fighting with them to stand. I was like, I don't want you to lock into this position. Like, just be. Just
Jar says
stop.
he wants Captain Thunder and from Flashpoint.
Oh, that'd be
Hey,
cool.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, you just got Flashpoint Aquaman, so you'll probably get him in 7 years. So just keep waiting, and you might
Keep
get
your
him.
head up high,
Yeah.
Darth. Stay positive. It's coming. We're gonna stay positive and move along.
What else we got here? Oh, these babies.
Okay. Did you try to get them?
Aegis has the pre-order now.
It sold out on Ami.
I know. So I'm gonna go with Aegis.
I got Vegeta and I got Chainsaw Man,
Yeah.
but Trunks sold out on
I'm
Ami.
gonna have to get him local.
And then I picked up Vegeta. Trunks from Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah. So
None of them are our
listening,
sponsors or affiliates in any way. I just want to make sure that's cleared up.
Yeah, everyone goes to the same store.
Yes.
Whatever. I'm not even gonna apologize now.
Yeah.
Anyone listening, it's the SH Figure Arts Trunks.
Yeah.
You have the one from Z, not the super one. This one is my favorite version. I like this look. I am going to get him. You also have Vegeta again.
This looks insane. It's a whole lot of yelling.
I skipped out on him because I'm fine with the Super Vegeta and then the armorless one from the newest one we got.
I can never get enough of Vegeta.
I don't know. After a while, they just start looking the same. Obviously, he's better. Like he looks better. Like they're always fine tuning and refining the joints and the paint up.
Well, they should, because the older ones some of them are wonky.
I think one of the very first ones didn't even have like body articulation. Like it was just a solid torso.
So yeah.
But no, he looks great. They all look great. And then we have Pan.
Yeah, I picked her up from P Bandai.
See now,
how do you not want her? She's so awesome.
She's cool and she's articulated, unlike a lot of the other smaller characters in other lines.
So cool.
Like Spider.
I love the family lineage.
Yeah.
Of Dragon Ball.
I'm gonna get her too. And she comes with an alternate Gohan head with bed head, which I will promptly swap in. You can see him on the right here. But then we have, what's his name?
Has this come out for pre-order yet?
I didn't see anything. If it did, I missed it.
Anybody in the chat? Omar's pretty smart on this. I mean, Omar better know.
Omar knows everything, basically. Like, I'm not even making fun. Like, I'm not being sarcastic.
No. We aren't.
Guys, I think, like, I have the scoop on something. Like, it comes out, like, a second, and I grab it. I'm like, oh, I'm going to contribute to the lost cause. I'm going to go in the chat and paste it. Nope, Omar's already pasted it. It's like, okay. I don't know how he did that.
Does this man have a job? He must work for some company.
No, he's doing the Lord's work. He's giving information to the people. I appreciate it. There's the other dudes as well.
I missed a couple of their lives.
I listened to them on the while I work.
And so I need to go back and catch up on weekends. Lost Cause Collectives. Yeah, go check them out. They're awesome. Omar's awesome. Johnny's awesome.
If I do miss this guy, I'll just get a third-party head sculpt.
I'm sure it's not available just yet. He's probably a P Bandai as well. But I want this. I need this. I already have one of these, but I don't have the head sculpt.
Yeah, that's all that's changing.
Make me buy the same figure again.
Well, no, he has ripped clothes too.
Yeah, that's true. All right, what else we got?
So
a show that I have not watched, but I've already bought a figure for.
Did you get the Figma one or the?
No, SH.
Okay, yeah, because I was looking at it.
The SH.
This is more refined.
This is SH, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like is they didn't get the dog.
Yeah, he doesn't come with a lot of accessories, whereas the Figma one does. But the downside to the Figma one is, so look at his like waist section.
Yeah.
The Figma one looks like a diaper, kind of. The one on the left here.
Yeah.
Like they didn't know how to, they didn't even have to do it that way, which is like they did it the weirdest way possible.
Time out. Somebody just said, I guess I missed the dad.
No, you fool. Why did you bring it up?
Do you want me to repeat the dad joke, whatever his name is? Speckled Dwarf. Did you want me to repeat the dad? I will, just for you. But you have to say it in the chat.
He said no.
He didn't say no. Stop it. Anyways, Did you pick up the Figma or did you pick up this one? The
No,
SH
thank
one?
God I waited. Look at all this, the details, the blood, the rust, the
Is
waist
Figma
articulation.
upset now?
Am I
Because
what?
is Figma upset because SH went and just obliterated their sales?
Not necessarily because they have the better accessories.
Yeah, but what
So,
I'm thinking is that these guys that are doing this one, and then they're gonna bring a regular human face version, and the dog in the next one, because they're gonna get their money's worth with this body.
yeah.
If you take the chainsaws
But
away, you can put the regular head on, and you still get
that's why it's like they could have included those accessories.
because
So it really depends on the consumer. Does the consumer want to just get everything in one shot now, or
yeah.
do they want to buy the SH one and then another one and then another one? And then if Dragon,
I'm a sucker. I'm probably
I
gonna
was
end
gonna
up
say,
buying.
there's a reason they keep re-releasing the same
Oh,
Dragon
oh,
Ball
oh,
characters.
oh! Here we go. Here we go. Yes. All right.
I
We're
don't remember it. Something about golf.
You remember. All right, just for you, Speckeldorf. Um, the joke was, why did the golfer bring 2 pairs of pants? The answer is in case he got a hole in one. There you go, buddy. That will
How do you
make your
block
Monday.
people?
What?
How do you block people on this thing?
Oh, stop that. Jeez.
You're getting me into that nonsense.
Ugh. We were just here to make people laugh and have a good time.
I
It's a
know.
Monday, okay? A lot of people go to work from a nice weekend and they're like, ugh, Monday. So we're here on Monday to end it off strong.
They need their dad jokes.
And well,
That's
they
what they're
need
looking
more than
forward to.
just that. They need us. I'm a dad. You're a
Sort
dad
of.
in some ways,
Some
by natural causes. We're here to make the rest of the week go strong for them, right? So we're trying to kick off the work week in a strong way here for them.
nonsense.
All right, what else?
I'm just kidding. It's all good. Wait, do those two have the same pictures?
Yes. Looks like
Is
it's
it the
two
same
people.
person?
It's like I don't know.
Did he just change his name?
I guess so.
Okay. This is a show I don't watch, or if it's a manga, I
Very
don't read
popular.
it.
A lot of people like the show. I don't know anything about this
Maybe I'll
show.
check it out. If a lot of people like it.
Well, they made a
I would
figure for it. There
yeah.
better be a lot of people liking it. I don't know anything about this. It looks cool. I don't think I'll have the time to invest in this show for some
I2
time.
probably knows what it is. He seems to know a lot about this stuff.
Yeah, that's true. It
Are
looks
you
cool
getting
though.
it, I2?
Yeah, I2. Let us know. Are you getting it? I won't be getting it. I don't know about you.
No, no need. But it looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, so then 5K posted this on their
It's like
Instagram.
Justin in some ways.
Just like modify it a little bit and make it a Justin.
Let's get him some piercings in his Justin right there.
His nose, his nose.
Uh,
So
I haven't canceled mine.
I'm not even gonna bother. I'll keep
No?
it. No, if we could do something with it for the channel. We can like review it or something.
Yeah.
But Donatello got revealed, or sorry, Autumn, and they showed
The names the names are so weird. It's just so autumn. Like, why don't you just call him Purple Nurple or something? Right? Like autumn is so dumb. Like what?
Well, Leonardo's was spring.
Oh, they're gonna go with the weather. Okay, so what's Raph?
The season.
What's Raph? Summer?
Yeah, probably.
And
or Michelangelo might be summer because of the orange.
Yeah, okay.
But red is also kind of warm too.
All right, cool. Okay. You're gonna get him?
Yeah. Actually. So here's the because if I keep Leo, I'm gonna want the rest. The problem is how long will it take to get them?
Same amount of time Mesco takes.
Yeah, so
just think about it. They've already introduced 3 in the line, right? Leo, Donnie, and Splinter has been introduced already.
Does Leatherhead count as one, or is that a completely
different? No. Let's not count Leatherhead.
I don't even think it's with them. Yeah, they've
introduced 3 characters from the main core, and they haven't released a single one of them. So we're 3 deep without anybody.
And an accessory pack.
An accessory pack now? How dare they? Already throwing an accessory pack, huh? and nobody has seen or played around with it to review it.
Once again, like, oh, the scale threw me off too. I do have these ones. I do like the Nickelodeon ones. Like they were fine for just like desk buddies. So if they're at least as big as these, then I could scale them with my other.
Yeah, there was. I think Toy Migos were saying that they're supposed to be small characters. They're not supposed to be tall.
Yeah.
NECA is big and Super 7 is big. I get it. It's the opposite, but people complained about Todd when he made 7-inch figures as
Yeah, that's
well,
the
right?
thing.
Like, I think it just comes down to your collection. If you want a smaller figure to fit in with the turtles, I was adamant about canceling this, but I decided I changed my mind because not because of the size. I changed my mind because I don't think I'm going to get these versions ever from NECA and Super 7, right? They're just really out there radical
That's the
versions.
thing. Yeah, right.
They're just so different, and maybe that's the only reason I'm like, you know what? I'll just hold on to these and check them out because they're so different, right?
I can't even like hate on them for the scale.
Yeah, Darth Fool still complaining about Toddy's skill. For me, it was about scale in the beginning with Todd because I was one of those people that wanted to fit in with my Marvel Legends. But I'm past that now about why I don't collect him anymore, his figures, because I just don't like the looks of him. To me, the looks are just different, and that's all it is. Like I don't want to collect those figures, and the Mayfex line for DC is doing good for me. I'm okay with that right now.
I'll get his like his Spawn stuff, Darth. But I made a decision. Like if I'm gonna get anything Todd, it's gonna be like
One line, right?
one line of characters because I don't want like 78 7-inch characters that obliterate my shelves. So
Yeah. Well,
at least with Spawn, I can space them out more. Like he does those every so often.
and the thing with Spawn is no one else is going to make those figures.
Yeah.
It's his IP, right? So
Yeah.
when you buy from him, know that he's the only one that's going to make them. So it's safe to buy from him, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I can't hate on the turtles for being small. Like I said, I have like a 8-inch shredder here for no reason. And then my Dream X turtles that are 12 inches. Like I have
I'm
different.
gonna steal them from your house one day.
Yeah. And put them where?
I'll find a space
Exactly.
next to my Mondo He-Man.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Okay, so yeah, you were all gloating about this in our.
I wasn't
group
even
chat.
gloating. I was like, "What the heck is this?" Like, I saw an axe because our buddy is super into like action
Yeah,
figure
he's
weapons.
got a little bit of a fetish with axes. Kind of. I bet you on his anniversary he goes to that axe throwing place with his wife.
Oh, to get it for his birthday.
Oh
But yeah,
yeah,
I don't know, just random weapons. I kind of want that sword.
and you said they're metal.
Yeah, they're die cast as well.
And how much were they?
$7.
Canadian, right?
Yeah.
So that's like $4.50 American. You get all this metallic. Are they the 6-inch scale?
They were, yeah. The axe was about the same size as this Ares axe.
Wow, that is a great deal. What line is this from?
League of Legends.
Well, there you go, folks. If you're looking
So
for
there's
Mythic Legions characters, have these kind of weapons, and if you think your guy needs a sword or an axe like that, or any of the other stuff, I mean, for $4 or $5 American, you can get this, and it's metal. What more do you want? That wasn't on clearance, right?
No, it's just there. Like some.
That's
I tripped over one.
crazy.
I tripped over one. I was like, what the heck is this thing? Weapons packs are super underrated, and they make or break your display. Like when I look at like a Deadpool dio or a Punisher dio, and I see like the weapons shelves and the weapons cases, I absolutely love that. Even just medieval stuff or mythic stuff. Like I don't know. It's something I overlook.
Fair enough.
What is Mayfex here? Mayfex DC line is way better for me, but too expensive. Yeah, understandable.
I hear you. I hear you.
Also, we don't even know when they will release characters for the
I just got like 3 notifications from them saying all 3 of my figures will be delayed till indefinite. We don't know when. So that's always fun to get all 3 in a row.
Yeah.
The other thing with Mayfex is you're not going to get deep characters like Todd is doing. they're gonna stick to a comic line or a storyline, and that's it, right?
Like Death
Right
and
now,
Return of Superman, right? Or
yeah.
Hush.
So they're gonna stick with that. So if you want the deeper cut characters, Todd is the only one that's gonna give that to you right now.
Like I want a Flash and a Wonder Woman. I don't know when we'll get those. I want a comic Aquaman. Like I want the Justice League basically in
Yeah.
Baymax form.
Can I just get that? That'll be awesome.
The end.
Right?
That's all I need.
All right. What else?
That's it for toys.
Okay.
So
Um,
now
On to a little bit of a somber news that we heard over the weekend, and we kind of alluded to it earlier in the show. Um, a very popular, I would say the most popular person to don a Power Rangers outfit was the Green Ranger, aka Jason. Do you have any pictures of him on here you can put up? There he is. Iconic characters that he played is the Green Ranger and then the White Ranger.
he played
Uh,
so many Rangers.
well, these are the two that stand out the
Yeah,
most.
those are what he's known
If
for.
people were to ask what's your favorite, they're gonna say one of these two for sure, right? Before they say
Yeah.
the rest. And in my eyes, these two are the ones that I picture him with. And he passed away way too soon. We talked about the amazing Kevin Conroy from last week. Um, this guy is the Kevin Conroy of Power Rangers. Is that fair to say?
That's fair. He made it his like personal mission to be involved with Power Rangers as much as possible.
Even way after he left the big scene, he went to multiple fan comic conventions, etc., to do autographs, to meet and greet with people. And from all accounts, from what I heard on the internet, is he was very polite and very nice to a lot of people. He wasn't arrogant because there has been some incidents where people have lined up for hours on end and paid to get an autograph by celebrities, and those celebrities were not exactly welcoming. But he was the opposite. He was very welcoming to a lot of people. This is just from what I hear. I never met him personally, so I can't tell that as a fact. But from what I heard, very nice, very polite, and always eager to talk about Power Rangers. As you can see from this picture here, very eager to talk about his days as a Power Ranger. What are some of your favorite moments
When he
from?
beat up all the Power Rangers in the Megazord and kicked them out. He dragged them out of the Megazord. He one punches them all and they all just go flying out. You know how I feel about what would you call it? The Sixth Rangers? The like extra member that show up. So him showing up as the Green Ranger blew my mind. And I know as someone who loved Jason, that the in-show Jason, the Red Ranger, it was kind of like you're stealing his thunder. Like this guy's the leader.
That's me right there. That's me right there. Like I did not like Tommy when he was introduced into the show as a Green Ranger. I was like, well, who the heck is this guy? And why is he taking my boy Red Ranger's light and like inserting himself there? Especially when they made him part of the team.
Yeah.
And then the actual actor who plays the Red Ranger started kind of disappearing in the background. That made me angry. I'm like, that's my boy right there, right?
Yeah. When they phased the OGs out,
Yeah.
and it's kind
I
of
was
like
like,
a
what's going
double-edged
on
sword.
here, right? Obviously, as a kid, I don't know what's happening in the background with agents and contracts and all that stuff. I don't know any of this stuff. I was just a kid, right? I don't know what the background is all about. So after when you grow up and you learn about some of the internal things that are happening, you're like, okay, there are some things that are happening, and some people are jealous or envy or whatever it is you want to call it. He just went and did his job. He, just like any person, was given an opportunity, and he took that opportunity and he ran with it. And
Oh
good
boy,
for
did he
him.
ever!
Oh yeah,
Because
and then
you hear stories about uh, them being paid, I don't know, peanuts. I don't know what peanuts is in their world,
yeah,
but he took his opportunity and just went wild with it. Like he made it his lifeblood. Like as you already said, he goes to Comic Cons and
yeah,
he's done fan movies.
yeah.
Do you remember that Street Fighter Power Rangers thing on
Uh
IGN?
huh. Uh huh.
He suited up again
Yeah.
and started that.
He
He's
he he. Well, the thing with him was, it took a life of its own, right? He
yeah,
became He became the character. It's no longer Jason. It's Tommy. Call me Tommy, kind of thing, right? Like I'm Tommy now. Like he just became one with it, and so yeah, this Frieza right here. So when he became the White Ranger, that's what I'm like. Okay, you know what? I need to get past this whole thing and start embracing this guy
It's like
because
if Red Ranger Jason can do it, I can do it. Like you just accept it. You're like 10-year-old mind.
I just like because when I saw him with the tiger, is it Saba? Did they
Yeah,
call it tiger
Saba.
Saba?
A talking sword. He has his own partner.
I
Like, come
fell in
on,
love. I'm like,
come
you
on.
got me now, Tommy. You got
Yeah,
me, buddy. You got me. Like, I love it. I love the look, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna forgive you, and I'm gonna move past. And then they brought obviously the Red Ranger back
yeah.
in some capacity, and then I'm like, cool. I'm all in. Like, that's how good he was. Where he, people who were angry. I'm sure there was other people that were upset about it too, and then they probably got over it like I did.
It's like, okay,
And
we're cool. But then, bam, they made him the Red Ranger.
yeah, so this is the part where I left. I walked out of Power Rangers by then. I'm like, no, I'm good. Mighty Morphin was it. I can't continue this stuff. I moved out on from this, so I don't remember it too much about this. You're probably still in the game at this time, right?
Yeah.
What was your feelings towards this?
I'm like, okay, I need anytime they got a new power or a Zeo crystal upgrade, it was like, sweet, cool. It's like a Dragon Ball thing where they get a new form. Like, I
Okay,
can't be mad at this. Some are uglier than others. This suit doesn't do anything for me. I don't hate it, but when I see the White Ranger, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. When I
this
see
is
the Green
this is
Ranger,
like
I'm
a
like,
chef's kiss. The White
yeah,
Ranger
Green Ranger, White Ranger.
and Green Ranger. What?
And then him, it's just like, oh, you're part of the core members now. You're not special. You're a
Yeah,
normie.
you're not special exactly because they will call him as an add-on power boost, right?
Yeah, the Dragon Zord locking Link, like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and then riding on Titanus, like,
yeah.
again, Red Ranger and Turbo. I think a lot of people hated Turbo.
Have a good night too, Darth.
See you later, Darth.
What's that you're saying?
I don't think a lot of people like Turbo. I don't really
I
care
don't
about it.
even know where to
It's just
begin with
whatever,
this.
yeah.
This is like way out there for me. Yeah.
And then I think he disappeared from the scenes for a bit, but then he came back again as a Black Dino Ranger, and so he went to MIT and got a degree in what's he like paleontology.
Dinosaurs.
He became a professor,
Okay,
and
fair enough.
then during a dig he found, I guess, whatever powers these guys. I have not seen this show. I've seen his episodes because I'm like, oh, Tommy's back.
Yeah.
And then the thing with him is he got stuck in Ranger form, so that was cool, I guess. It's kind of like his gift and curse.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't know how to like demorph. So like, oh, okay, they're adding a little twist now. But like, I only threw all these pictures in so you can see like how
Diverse it is. Yeah.
and hardcore and how deep Tommy Oliver, the character, got within the Power Rangers lore. He might even be the most viewed Ranger from seasons.
Oh, 100%.
I don't have proof, but I'm just saying, like, I'm betting that
He's the Michael Jordan of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
There's nobody that donned the helmet more than him. Nobody's won more championships than this guy. He is the Michael Jordan of Power Rangers. There's nobody.
He shows up in specials.
When he shows up, the crowd goes wild. Let's put it that way, right? And
like, this is from a crossover episode.
Yeah, I think people probably went nuts when I saw this on YouTube. I was like, "What is all this about?" Right? Like, what? Like, I need to go back and check this out. Right? I have to like scramble around and look for this episode. Like, that's
and the thing with Tommy is he doesn't care. Like, 1 minute he's the Red Ranger, and then in future episodes he's the Black Dino Ranger, and then a later episode he's the Green Ranger again. He doesn't care. He'll just morph into whatever as long as Tommy's on the scene. You're good.
I think it's not. I think it's more than just he doesn't care. It's like
not him. Just they're the writers and all that. They
yeah,
don't care.
the writers like whatever. But I think what it is he's like, I don't care what color Ranger I'm, as long as I'm a Ranger still.
Yeah.
Like, to him, it was just like, any way you want me to be involved to help the ratings go up or the popularity of that show to go up, I'll be all in.
He's who he needed to be.
And that's what's so great about him is he's willing to do whatever it takes to continue the legacy of Power Rangers for a long time, which is why I was upset when they did the reboot of the movie and they never had him in there.
Like even like as a cameo or
Yeah,
just
as
his
a
or like
cameo.
yeah. Yeah,
Like
you would
why
think
would
he would have been in it.
why would you not want to somehow insert this guy into that movie, because he would have instantly made that movie way better than it was. So that just boggled the mind. Like I know they were going with the younger demographics, trying to bring in the younger generation, but he's so iconic. You would have brought in not just the younger one, you also brought in the older ones to come watch this. And so it's such a missed opportunity. I know there was talks about a reboot with some of the old Power Rangers, bringing them back. There was actually a script in the works by the gentleman who plays Billy, the Blue Ranger,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they had him in there, penciled in there. So I don't know what happens to that now with him passing away. Um, Maybe they have to go back to the drawing board, which is unfortunate, because I was looking forward to seeing him as a Power Ranger, because that was what the script was going to have him in there in some capacity for sure. So it's very it's very difficult to hear
Yeah.
someone of his age who's only I think 49 years old. And
Well, there's some emotional trauma as well. Like I don't know the details of
yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about the details of how. um, I'm just gonna talk about, it's unfortunate, right? Like
yeah.
to have someone like him at that age pass away. I'm sure he would have given us many, many years of more appearances at comic cons and stuff like that. So it's unfortunate. I'm hoping they do some sort of tribute to him in one of the shows. They've
Well,
got to do one of those, right?
yeah. And
They've
he
got to
still
do
has his
something.
unreleased like White Dragon movie,
Yeah,
which was basically a Power Rangers movie.
yeah, pretty much. But I mean,
Was it?
you could have him walking out, because you could put somebody with the helmet on
Yeah,
and kind of do a proper send off, right? Could you not? Or do you think
you
that's
could.
not tasteful?
I don't know. Like that's a long discussion between his like family and
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
I think he was so it's I don't know, it's hard. Like I can't speak on behalf of him
As
because
fans, we would love to see sort of a proper
exactly.
send off, right? But it's going to be difficult to explain that to a family that's mourning, whether they want to see that or not on a big screen or on any
I'm
screen.
of two minds where he was the character so like he was so rooted in the character that a send off like that I think would be respectful. But
Yeah,
then the flip side is where you're just putting a helmet on someone else. That's not a tribute.
yeah,
That's just
yeah.
getting someone else to be him. That might be like I don't know. You can always accidentally offend someone without intending to. So
Yeah. I'm very happy to have his figures.
yeah,
I'm very happy to have the dinosaur.
I need
So
to open
because
them
I
still.
know I know how people work, and I bet you right now there are people just flooding the marketplace and trying to jack the prices up on these, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah,
But that's how it is.
you know that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I
Which is
know.
funny because the White Ranger was at Winners for like the longest time, marked down because no one would buy him. Now all those are gonna be on eBay.
Yeah, 50, 60, $70 or more.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't know what to say about that. That kind of irritates me. But that happened with Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman's character. People went out there and started making money off it, which is unfortunate. But our society is like that sometimes.
make that
Uh,
money.
can we make sure next week when we do a show not have someone else pass away, because
Yeah,
it's
man.
it's 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 getting tough, man. It's getting tough to see some of your childhood amazing actors and voices disappear forever, right? When I say disappear forever, I mean like any future stuff, right? Yeah, it just kind of shows you that we've been around for a while. We've been
Yeah,
around for a while, and we're getting to that stage where some of these iconic people are gonna pass. It's just the way of reality. Time stops for nobody, right? But at least the body of work is there to reflect and go back on, and smile and say, I was around when this was actually being done.
yeah.
So, you know, My sons are not a huge Power Rangers fans because they think it's
It is
corny.
kind of like corny. Like, I tried showing it to like
Yeah,
younger kids. Like, what is this?
yeah.
I'm like,
Get
leave
this
them
out of here.
alone.
My son. It's like they're wearing spandex.
Yeah.
Come on, you want me to take this seriously? I'm like, stop looking at the spandex. Look at what they're all about, right? Teamwork. Come on. But yeah, I mean, yeah. What are you gonna do? Rest in peace. Um, yeah, we'll be. I hope he's up there somewhere playing his flute, calling
Yeah.
him the Dragon's
It's
Lord.
Dragon Dagger.
Yeah. All right. On to our next and final topic. We did talk about it last week. We said spoiler free last week. So if you still haven't seen the movie, you might want to come back later and watch the rest of this because we are going to talk about Wakanda Forever, filled with spoilers, and give our final thoughts on this movie. So you are being warned right now. If you haven't seen the movie, come back after you've seen the movie and hear our thoughts. All right, here we go. Um, Wakanda Forever. Okay, there's a lot to unpack in here.
I think we
I,
are. I think we're so split that it will make for good discussion.
it
But I
will.
don't know. I don't know. We haven't discussed it.
I also okay. So I also want to make it very clear right now. These are our opinions, mine and D's, and however we give our scores and what we say about it is strictly our opinions. Um, we value everybody's opinions. We think having people giving different scores and different takes on how they've felt and saw the movie. It's refreshing and it's cool for us. I love listening to other people's thoughts, whether it's in line with mine or not. So I do want to make that very clear for everybody who listens to this. D, let's start off with the length of this movie. I had a hard time with the length of this movie, man. Like seriously, like I love. Don't get me wrong. I love long movies. I don't. I'm like, if you're gonna give me more, cool. I'm give me 3 hours. I'm in. But when the movie slows down to a crawl and it doesn't move, that's when you start noticing the length of the movie.
Yeah.
And for me, this movie had moments where it just slammed the brakes, and you're just like, okay, we got to get this going back on track because I'm getting a little bit antsy here. There's a lot of things that are happening here that I don't really care for. It's not really setting up the movie to move forward. How did you feel about the length of the movie?
It did feel long. Um, there were scenes where I was like, "Okay, I know you're necessary for character development, but I'm so bored watching you do this." Like,
And you got to see it twice, so you probably have a better understanding of the movie than I did. I only got to see it once.
yeah, I tried to make sure to look out for things that I thought might have been plot holes or not answered. So I'm
And I
happy I
think
did that.
going forward, I can say that you need to watch a movie twice at least before you can fully give your take on it. But I mean, we don't have that luxury. We're not made out of money,
Yeah.
like or time. Forget money, just time to go watch the movie twice in less than a week, right? So I didn't have that luxury, but you did. Did your thoughts change from the first viewing to the second?
They did, especially with some side characters who
Okay.
bothered me originally. But then the second time, I was like, actually, no, I am the problem here. So, like,
Okay, fair
yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Um, okay, give me something that you didn't like about the movie, if there is any.
Um, so Jess and I both have the same opinions. Uh, for the sake of this chat, Atlantis is called Talocan, I believe. In
Talocan,
this,
yeah.
everyone loves the underwater scene, and I was like, it's so murky. Like, it looks like it was like a hallway. It looked like I was in a narrow corridor, and everything was just so tight and closed in. I felt just claustrophobic. But I see a lot of people posting like the most beautiful scene in Marvel movie history. I'm like, what are you talking about? Is murky. There's murky water, and it didn't do it for me. Like, I didn't care. I didn't care about the underwater scenes.
Yeah, I'm right there with you because okay, So I see the beginning with the murky water people saying hi and going one of these things, right? Dragon Ball or Hadoukens. Um, I'm like, cool, okay. We're getting up to the royal palace here. Things are moving along. We see a giant orb of light that he says he created the sun for them, and so they can grow things. And we see this big dome-like shape or pyramid-like shape. I'm like, cool. Now we're gonna get into the palace. We're gonna see some of the hallways and things, and then it ends. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I didn't get to see any of the inside building. What? Like it was just like they ran out of either imagination or money or something, or the CGI team's just like, no, we've already beaten us to death here to do this movie. We can't do it. I was just like left annoyed. I was annoyed. I'm like,
Oh, were you?
I was annoyed. I was like, I want to see the internal buildings here.
Yeah.
If you're gonna take away Atlantis from me and give me Aztec and Talocan, whatever you want to call it, then show me something of it inside to show that you actually do care about the direction you went. And for me, that was annoying that they didn't show me anything in the internals of how their structures are, the way their rooms are laid out, or where he would be. And it was just,
Like
yeah,
you
it was just,
saw, he was in a room quite frequently, like
it was
painting
more of
on the
like an
wall.
auditorium, was it not?
Not even that one. Like he was in some kind of room where he's painting his life
But
story
that
on
was
the wall.
above, was it not?
That's the thing. I'm like, what room is this? Like,
Yeah,
why are
you
you
don't
hanging
know.
out here so much? Because you're a king, but the place you're hanging out is smaller than my bedroom. So I want to see like your like
The
luxurious,
palace,
like yeah.
the throne room,
But
right?
maybe that's not how their society works. I'm like, okay. But I also didn't get a good look at the city itself because of how it was filmed. That might
Yeah,
be my fault. Everyone's claiming it's this beautiful scene. I
I
didn't see
I don't
that.
know. I honestly I didn't see any of it. Like I'm trying to remember, and I didn't see any of this. I was like, what is going on here? Like you set up and hype this thing up, and now you're not showing me the inner workings. Like we didn't see. Like I thought when he invited them and gave them the outfits to wear, I thought they're gonna have the royal. They're gonna have like some sort of a dinner together or something. Like you don't put all this amazing, show for them to get all blitzed up, and then that was it. And then they sit on some rock and they talk about his powers and his family and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that was for her sake though, because like she
But could you
couldn't be
not do that in a
underwater.
royal palace?
Like I'm assuming their whole society, like the thing with Aquaman is they live underwater, but they have rooms with air in it, whereas his is entirely underwater. So by doing that, now anytime Shuri interacts with these Talocan citizens, it has to be on surface, or she has to be in a scuba suit or something. Like there's no interaction other than those two
But
areas.
that's the fault of the writers and
Yeah,
the
no, one hundred
imagination.
percent.
Yeah, if they can make them come out of water with the mask, you can reverse that technology.
See, but like logically thinking, why would they need rooms if they can't breathe? Why would they need air rooms?
There you go.
They wouldn't, but that's just benefit for the viewers and the interactions between
But it doesn't
surface
make
other than
sense though,
underwater.
does it?
No, but they don't have air rooms, so that's why they're hanging out in that dark cave. Like Shuri, like, but like, why dress her up? She's not gonna go
I
anywhere.
I, I don't know. Um, the other thing was okay. So I'm a huge Namor fan. I love Namor, and it's not Namor like they call it. It's Namor, uh, the Submariner. From what I heard, and this is just what I heard, they didn't get the full rights for him. That's why it's
Okay,
Namor, and that's why it's not Atlantis, and that's why it's Talocan. They had to change the origin because I believe MGM still owns the rights to his origin and his name, Submariner.
Universal does.
Sorry, Universal Submariner. They own the rights to that and the origin of Atlantis. So they had to make this change. Now, I could be totally wrong, but I was trying because you know me, I'm not happy with the change. So I needed to go find out why they made the change. And from what I gathered is that's the only explanation I could gather right now is Universal did not agree to the release of that rights. I don't know why. I have no idea. Maybe they wanted more money and Disney was not willing to fork up the money, but that's what the change
I
was
don't even
about.
like the whole contracts are so complicated now because he's a mutant. So does Fox own him, which is now acquired by Marvel, but his name is not like it's weird. It's one of those situations.
It's a hodgepodge of things put
Yeah.
together, but in the eyes of the legalities, it works, and so they're gonna go with this. I thought I was gonna have a huge problem with him being Talokan. I don't have a problem with the change of the Aztec culture because they are pyramids as well, and they're ancient, and there's been talk about some connectivity of Atlantis and the Aztecs and the Mayans. So in that, it didn't bother me. I just had an issue with the origin of him. Like I just didn't like his character, how they made who he is. Like I understand he's about his people and all that stuff. I get that, but he just wasn't a badass enough for me.
Okay.
I just because he's such a jerk, if you want to put it in
Yeah.
simpler forms. He's a jerk, right? He's a jerk that cares about his own self right and his what do you want to call it?
His kingdom, I guess.
His
Are you talking about
kingdom
his kingdom?
and his people,
Yeah.
right? And he's all about that and always about that. So I don't know. I don't know. This character didn't really exude what I read in the past. I thought he was just too. I don't know. It didn't come out as a Neymar for
He
me.
how to describe it.
I
So
I feel I know what you're gonna say, and I do feel that in some ways. Like
the end scene is where I would say he's different because there's a scene where, well, obviously he doesn't win, and he's like, no, this was all by design. Now this happened, so this happened. The comic version be like, I lost. That's fine because you wouldn't do better. If you say it again, I'll kill you. Like he's the type of person who wouldn't tolerate. He wouldn't. He's a jerk, like you said.
he's
Um, he was more polite in this movie, but he's also
that's the
not
word. There
hesitant.
you go.
Yeah.
Polite, and I didn't like that at all.
No, you don't like it.
No, I don't need polite. I don't need polite from Neymar.
I feel since he was trying to convince them to join, it was okay. And then he's like, if you don't join, I'll kill you, by the way. Like those are your options. I think I'm glad they didn't remove that part of him. Like he's willing to kill anyone to get ahead. He's willing to kill anyone who goes against him. But he was just so polite that I can see why he's not the same character you're used to reading.
Yeah, I think Phase 4 has been a giant problem for me because there's a lot of issues with the origins of a lot of characters and shoehorning in so many new characters that it's for me it's been a bust. Like I just think it's one of the worst phases of all of them. It goes far away from what we're used to in phase 1 and 2 because if Captain America and Iron Man can have their origin stories or very close to their origin stories, and they're one of the OGs like Neymar is. Why couldn't Neymar get that as well? Obviously, I did mention some of the legalities, but I don't know if that's true or not. But if you're Disney, what does it matter if you want to write another extra zero onto the back of the check? They don't care. But I just felt that he deserves also that same treatment because he's an OG. And that's just me, right?
I feel his origin is so close to Aquaman's, and Aquaman did it. Like
Yeah, but you know what? You could say, who cares? We did it better.
you
Like,
could, but like
swing the
at the
bigger
end of the
sword.
day,
Swing the bigger sword.
what would it even mean? Like his mother meets a human sailor, they have a baby, he becomes the kid. Like it's the exact same. Whereas this version,
Yeah, but
he's been
does
around so
Aquaman
long
have
that
wings on his legs? Nope. Right? Right?
no, but
There you
yeah,
go. You
like
focus on
origin
the
wise,
wings
it's
and
the
you say
same. Like
he's God's creation. He's got a wings on his legs. There you go. That's it right there, buddy. There you go. Oh, that is really
yeah,
ugly.
it's weird, right? It's funny. It's funny. Like I see a lot of people talking about how different he is and how they changed it to Aztec. Not you, but I've seen a lot of people
Yeah.
bothered by that. I know you do know he's not white, and he wasn't originally white, by the way. He was
Olive. He's olive color. He's very olive.
and the stuff
I
that
first
they
thought he
are
was I thought when I first saw him, I thought he was Italian.
his
Yeah,
point
yeah,
was
yeah. I thought it
like
was Italian. I'm like, oh, okay.
no, but it's
Cool.
funny. Even the comics couldn't decide what he is. Like here, you see, some people thought he was Asian. In other panels, he talks about going to the white man's land. So they never really. distinguish what he is or
He's
what he stands
Atlantean,
for.
and there isn't no race called
Yeah,
Atlantean,
exactly. So when
right?
people
So
are like why isn't he white? I'm like, well, to him there
yeah,
is no white.
yeah,
It
there's no
doesn't
way.
matter.
I would have loved the mystery of not having an actual background, but
Yeah,
obviously Disney wants to be inclusive. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but they wanted to be inclusive, so they put the Aztec sort of history behind him, right?
yeah. By
And
doing so, I think I remember you wanted to see his relationship with his mom. Do you think they did it justice now that you saw his
no,
storytelling?
it was really weird. It was a it was touching.
Yeah,
You know, it was touching that his mom passed away and stuff like that. Um, and I did like the fact they burnt that building, like he burnt it down
yeah,
in rage, and that's the rage I wanted to see as it progressed. But then I didn't see that rage anymore. I'm like, I see a little bit of it, but I don't see him like I'm a jerk. I don't want to talk to you. Like I don't know why he needs Wakanda. He doesn't need Wakanda. He already said it to them. I have a bigger army, and I'll wipe you out. So then
yeah.
I'm
He
like,
actually
okay,
he technically didn't need them.
yeah. So I'm like, why do you need them then? Who cares? If you went there and you asked them to come with you, and they said no, burn it all down. I want to see you try to burn it all down. That's all I wanted to see right there.
I think the
They
fact he did
complicate the
ask,
movie.
he would have been an outright villain if he didn't ask.
Great, do
But
it.
he's not though. You
No,
have
no,
to
no, no. But
remember
here's the
subcon.
thing, though. You don't have to end the story there.
Yeah,
You could continue him being a jerk, and then the next movie or something, you could try to bend that a little bit. Because
but like
what's the rush? Why are we rushing?
when you consider his attack to be like what you wanted though, like he's like, oh, they said no. Okay, I'm gonna go to their Wakanda and just kill everyone. Like he did that in a way.
Yeah, but then he still has Shuri over there. He still has Riri over there. What is the point of having them there? Kill them off, right? Kill them off. Like I don't understand why you're catering to two people in that place of yours, and then you go to the Wakanda and burn everything down, kill her mom, but then you
Well,
still
that's
have
that.
her.
He's mad because they escaped. Like I get that. That's fine. He's like, oh, you left. Okay, you're dead. He was like, okay.
I
It's
thought Angela, is it Angela Bassett?
yeah,
Is her name? I
yeah.
thought her acting was great.
Oh yeah, I loved her in this.
She was strong. She was basically pissed off because who wouldn't be pissed off? Your husband has died, your son has died, and now your daughter's missing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the front of any mother like that. And she played that role to a T where she was pissed. I also want to talk about the beginning and the end tribute to Chadwick. I
Mhm.
thought it was well done. What happened to what's his name? Forrest Whitaker. What happened to him?
Oh, his uncle. I don't know actually. Maybe he passed away.
Well, they didn't even mention him. He was one of the elder priests,
Yeah.
but they removed him and they brought in some random lady in there, and they gave no explanation of that. I thought that was nonsense. They should have had him in there. Um, and then let's talk about Riri here. She sticks out to me like a sore thumb. I didn't think she needed to be in this movie at all. If you took her out of the movie wouldn't have lost anything. And this scientist nonsense where only one person can create this stuff, that's a whole bunch of nonsense. That's just to put her in there. And they didn't even show her building the Iron Man pretty much from scrap. They took all that out of the movie because the movie would have been way too
Yeah, I don't
long.
need 4 hours of her building
Yeah.
stuff. No, thanks. That's okay.
But I just felt that this character, the only reason they shoehorned her in there is for two reasons. One, she's going to get her own show. And two, she's also going to have that connectivity with the Wakanda TV show. That's the reason they threw her in there, is to connect that bridge between the two shows. I just think this character didn't need to be in there at all. She did nothing for me. Her suit looks ridiculous too, by the way.
Oh, her
Uh,
suit's ugly.
yeah, it's so ridiculous and over the top. I don't know why you could not just go to the comics and create something like that. It just go to the comics. Her suit is good, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just thought her character was pointless in this show. What are your thoughts on her?
She didn't bother me. They needed another genius, I guess, in this universe because we have Peter Parker.
No, you don't.
Uh,
I'm not saying you can have a genius. Like I
no,
wanted her.
it was just a good way to bring an extra character. I would never watch a show or a movie with her. Like if you were like, oh, we're making an Ironheart
Well,
movie,
that's why
okay,
she has a TV show.
I
She doesn't
wouldn't
have
even
a
watch
movie.
that. But like, like I don't. So like, if you, I want her to be around like as a character. I want characters introduced, but I don't necessarily want to watch an entire season of them.
So
So I'm
could we not have just gotten her a cameo?
yeah, it could have been.
They could have just went to MIT and they could have just saw her and she said, "Yes, I created that, and I no longer want to create that because I found out I was screwed by the government. I'm out of this. I don't want nothing to do with this." Shuri's like, "Okay, here's my card. Give me a call anytime you want any help. I'm a scientist just like you, and I would love to help you." You know, that's it right there. Boom, done. You introduced her.
Yeah.
She's genius. Leave it at that.
I think she's supposed to be the viewer. Like we're supposed to live through her. Like she's the fish out of water. She for both Wakanda and Talocan, like she's the outsider. And
But
she's the one freaking out. Where Shuri's like, oh cool, like, yeah, I fought aliens. Yeah, this is cool. I know she's a super genius, so I can't relate to her in that aspect. But I thought the way she responded to going to new countries and new worlds was interesting. I don't outright hate her, but
no,
if
I'm not saying that
yeah,
either. But I'm just saying that her insertion into the inserting into the in the movie really didn't do much for me. They tried
yeah,
to make her a focal point by saying she's the only one that can build this thing, which I find really ridiculous because there's so many smart people in the world, and
she I it's
I
funny.
just found that really
It's
ridiculous.
funny in the comic world if they said that, a lot of people would accept it, but because it's a human being, like a real person, like there's only one person in the world, and even I had that thought. I'm like, no, no, there's more people who could build it. But then I have to remind myself, this is a comic book movie. Her IQ is off the charts. Same with like Peter Parker. He built his web shooters out of just stuff out of a dumpster. So I have to
But the
remind myself.
even if you're in the comic book, if I'm reading the comic book, I'm gonna like there is still more people out there in the
Yeah,
comic world that are smarter. So I still looked at it from the comic book. Uh, Future Eric says she slowed the movie down. They never explained who was her inspiration to make a suit of
I didn't.
armor.
I
And
didn't need. I don't need her connected to Iron Man.
I agree with you. I don't. We already know because she's calling herself Ironheart. So that I understand what Eric's saying
Yeah,
here, but I also get it with you. Like I didn't really need that slap in the face explanation
yeah.
because
Because
we
it's
already
like
know.
Tony doesn't know her. Tony wouldn't care. Like
Yeah, yeah,
Tony and Peter have their
yeah,
dynamic. I
yeah.
don't need her related to Tony in any way whatsoever. In the comic, even I was like, why is your AI Tony's? Like Tony is her AI. Like they tried to make her and Tony be this mentor mentee thing. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really care. So if they tried that in this movie, that would have bothered me. I'm like, you never even met the man.
I
I go,
also there's so many other things that I also find annoying is this whole Madam Hydra nonsense that doesn't need to be in the movie. With what's his name, the other guy, the husband now that we find out that her husband.
oh Ross, Everett Ross.
Yeah, I know Everett Ross was in the first one. I still think that their in part of the movie was nonsense too. See, these are the things that slowed the movie down. These are things that didn't. I just want to see two nations go at it, right? I just want to see two nations fight. That's it. That's what I thought I was walking into. I'm walking into two opposite nations that don't agree on anything, and they get into a battle, and at the end they figure it out, or they call a check, checkmate, and then they kind of back away, and they say, you know what, we'll figure this out another time. But you know me, and I know you, and we see each other eye to eye now here. So I thought it was going to be something like that, and instead I get Everett Ross, Madam Hydra in there, and then this whole. Do you remember that scene where on the bridge when the Talokans show up with the
Yes.
whale? For a nation that wants to hide and not be seen, they just went into broad in the middle of a busy Boston bridge and showed themselves. I found that really weird.
Well,
They've
they were
harped on
gonna
it.
they were gonna kill everyone anyways. It
No,
doesn't
it's stupid. Come on,
matter.
you gotta admit that is dumb.
No,
For a
no. You
nation
see,
that wants to
the
hide,
bridge was empty, so
they're
you're
like,
fine.
"Hey, everybody, this is Boston. Come on, the bridge can be empty, but there's a million buildings surrounding it, and you don't think they noticed a big fight scene in the middle of a bridge?
Oh, they're all dead.
These are
Everyone's dead.
Bostonians, man.
Everyone's dead.
They are not at the pack. They're at the bridge, and they saw it. And this was ridiculous. Like, what are we doing here? Um, Atuma,
He was all
Atuma.
right. I don't.
He's a big boy. I'll tell
Yeah,
you that right now. He's a big boy, and I did like that fight between Herm and Denai. That was pretty cool.
yeah.
Um, I I'm a big fan of Denai from even her Walking Days time. Um, I think she's an awesome actress, and I like her character as a Dora Milaje. I think they did her dirty, man. They did her dirty. When she was kicked out of Dora Milaje, I'm like, this is garbage. This is hot garbage.
I thought so
She,
too,
that was
but
such hot garbage, man. You
I
come
accept it
on,
though.
don't even disagree on this on me.
No, I have to agree with the queen. Like she laid it out to her. She's like, in the first movie, Killmonger did this, and I vouched for you, and you went with him, and then I had to go beg Mbaku for help. Like she laid it all out. She's like, you did this. Like you didn't listen to me, and then you didn't listen to me again, and this happened. Like I understand why she was kicked out because she told the queen, "Hey, trust me. You can trust your daughter with me," and then she loses her.
No, but her daughter was gonna go regardless, so she's like, I'm gonna at least be
She did
there
not.
with.
I was like Shuri didn't say anything. Shuri was fine in her lab. On the second watching, Shuri was off in the corner, and she's like, "Let me take her." Like she demanded to take her. Really, she's like, "It will do her some good," because Shuri was locked away
You
in her
you are
lab.
right. You are right about that.
Yeah,
I remember now. See, this is what I mean by watching it a second time. You are right about
but
that. But she is the best of the best at the Dora Milaje.
I don't think it was. I think she needed the chance to redeem herself, but from a mother and queen standpoint, it's like
Yeah, but then don't you weaken yourself by removing one of your top guards in a
no, because they
moment
had
where? Sorry, go ahead.
there was her second in command was equally as good. Like
Second in
yeah,
command,
yeah,
not
but
first in
but
command.
but what good is
Second.
your first in command if on your first mission you lose the princess? I'm like, okay, well you're obviously underqualified. She is the best, but in the queen's mind is like you had one job, you demanded to do
So
this after I
what?
said no.
Here's what I would do as a queen or a king or anybody of authority that happens to have that situation. I would say you screwed up. You're gonna go redeem yourself. Otherwise, you're not coming back to this kingdom. I don't care how you do it. You figure it out. I thought that's what's gonna happen. They
Oh,
kick her out.
I totally expected this because like, oh, you lost my daughter. Okay, go clean this mess up. No, no, most parents would be like, okay, just get away from me. They'd be like, get away. Someone get this person away from me.
I don't know. I would have said go and
Especially
figure it
like
out.
in royal situations. Like, yeah, I'm surprised she wasn't exiled completely.
I don't know.
Just
She's
because
done a lot more good than she has
she
bad.
has, but keep in mind, she
The
lost her
Killmonger
husband.
thing. The Killmonger thing. She had to be true to the kingdom's rules.
She did,
So
but
you can't
but
blame her for that. And she was an ally in the inside, though.
she was, and she did help in the end. But you have to keep in mind, this is a mother who just lost her daughter. Like, despite the
Yeah,
logic
but
you're
at
spitting,
least you have an ally in the kingdom.
but again, like she thinks her daughter's dead. Like she doesn't care. She doesn't care about logic
No,
right
no, I
now.
know. I'm talking about
Yeah.
the first movie. How like she's trying to use that as also.
Oh yeah, but then you have to think if she didn't ally with Killmonger and just arrested him on site like they told her to, he wouldn't have burned the crops. If the crops weren't burned, T'Challa would have been alive still because at the start of the movie, the crops would have saved him. That's what Shuri was trying to create at the start of the movie, and she
Mm,
failed. So she's taking all of her stuff that she's bottled down and just throwing blame at anyone. And
that is a good point. That is a good
unfortunately,
point.
Okoye is the last person who messed up.
Yeah,
So she just like, okay, I'm done. I've lost it.
but then they go and give her a full redeem at the end.
Shuri did.
So should
As far as Shuri's concerned, it wasn't Okoye's fault. So she's thinking logically
so
because
do you think that
Shuri's the one who left.
the mother should have waited till Shuri was somehow rescued and make a decision?
Mm,
Because you need all hands on deck, don't you?
you do, but again, she was thinking with emotion and not.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not a mother.
Yeah,
I can't see it from that angle.
I thought that's what was gonna happen. Like
Yeah,
I thought what you thought. I thought she was gonna redeem herself by getting her back.
yeah. Okay, let's talk about Shuri. I obviously we're into spoiler talks, and I told everybody about this already in the beginning, so we already going into major spoilers for a lot of things. I don't like her as the Black Panther. I know in
Okay.
the comics, yes, she becomes a Black Panther, but the actress who plays her doesn't exude for me a Black Panther s type of figure. In
Okay.
the comics, different. It's written differently, obviously. so you can picture her as the next in line. But in the movies, and the way they've written her character, a goofy, nerdy, kid, I don't see her as Black Panther, and she's very, very skinny,
Tiny. Yeah, I thought that too.
very tiny. Like, dude, I don't care. Just make some more muscles on her or something. She was just way too fragile looking to be a Black Panther, and I didn't like it. I just like it's not because it's her like a female or something like that. I was expecting, to be honest with you, I thought they're gonna do a plot twist and give us, um, what's her name, the mother of the apparent heir, his girlfriend.
Oh, oh, Nakia.
I thought she was gonna be the Black Panther
Ah,
because when she went to visit her in Haiti, I'm like, all right, here we go. They're gonna make her the Black Panther, which is a twist because you and I have seen Marvel make twists all the time.
yeah.
They make changes all the time. Yes, we're gonna have a female Black Panther, but it's not gonna be Shuri. It's gonna be her, and she does have the qualities I think, to be a Black Panther. Do you not agree?
I agree, but I'll share my
Yeah,
my
go ahead.
difference of opinion. Okay, I can go now.
Yeah, go.
So I like this because from the start, Shuri didn't care about tradition. She didn't care about their ancient rituals. She doesn't even believe in their spiritual plane of the ancestors. This was just she's the last living person of her family, so
Yes, she's
it's
the
her
last
duty
of the
to.
lineage. Yeah,
I liked it for that reason. And then when she was done, she's like, okay, I'm done. Like I'm done with this. She didn't claim to be Wakanda's protector forever. She didn't claim to be the crowned queen and ruler and protector of Wakanda as the new Black Panther. She was the best case scenario, and she did at the end stick to the royal lineage of the Black Panther, going from blood to blood to blood. Like it's in their bloodline, so she did what she needed to do. But after that, it was alluded to the council wanting M'Baku to be king. And I totally respect that too. I thought he had a lot of character development in each movie.
I thought he had very little character development.
I thought like
He barely showed up in the movie, and when he did, he was just like ooh ooh ah ah. That's
I,
about
I
it.
liked because I liked
And
from
then
when
they
we first saw
mentioned
him.
Hanuman, which is not even an African god, and I'm just like, what did he just say? Coming from an South Asian descent, I was kind of like caught off guard when he said Hanuman. I'm like, huh? For those who don't know, Hanuman is an Indian god, or not a god, a revered deity of God. And I don't know any connection of Africa having that. I know Indonesia does. Uh, Budapest area, those areas have connections, but I don't know about Africa. Who knows? But I thought it was cool. I didn't
Yeah,
care. I thought it was pretty cool, but I thought they really stepped on a lot of men in this movie.
I
Especially
liked him a lot. Like
they really destroyed his character, especially when
I
he was
don't think so. Like
the arm wrestling thing
well, she
with it.
has superhuman powers. Like that was his test. Like he's the strongest one. So he's like, okay, if you
But do
can
you
beat
have
me,
to do a test?
I think so. I thought it was him embracing her.
It's more like demoralizing men. That's at that
No,
point.
I'm not even going for that.
Oh,
That's a reach to me. The same way,
oh,
like
why even
they're this.
bother? It was so corny and cringy
Why?
to do
Why
an
does this
arm wrestle.
technically advanced civilization still choose their next king by killing each other? Like to me, that's outdated. But they still do these weird rituals, so I accept that.
Yeah, but arm wrestling is not a ritual, is it?
He was just embracing her. He's like, "Are you strong or not?"
Yeah,
Like
and
that
then
was
they're
just
like, "Oh, let's do over the top Stallone moment."
yeah. That's
So
I was fine with
it
that.
was so corny. It
I
was
was
so
fine
corny.
with him basically allowing the others into his domain. Um, he was still like,
Here's a good take. Mbaku plays the Merlin to Shuri Arthur,
yeah,
in my opinion. Ah, that's a cool take.
like
Yeah, but
he's
he
her.
had no powers though at the end though. He did have a staff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did take a lot of the
The
Talocanians out.
he took a lot of beating, that's what he
He
took.
did though. Actually, no, he did pretty well. Like everyone was getting slaughtered when the flood happened, and
Yeah,
he
he got
dove
smoked
in.
too.
He dove, yeah, by Namor. Like
Yeah, he
that's
got
understandable.
destroyed by
That's
Namor.
understandable though. The guy fights
Which
Hulk.
I'm gonna get to in the second here, the final end scene, which
Yeah.
was a
No, I
total.
liked him. I liked how he didn't hesitate to jump into a flood to help
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
He allowed the others into his domain. He was still grumpy, but you could tell he wasn't about being the best. He did what was right for his people. So I was cool with him. I liked him a lot. I've always liked him though.
End fight scene. Let's get into that. Can you explain to me? Okay, so before we do that,
Are you talking about the whole battle or what?
just before. Okay, so let's talk about the fight in the bridge again. So Deny spears every one of these guys and just annihilates them, right? And they all get up.
Yeah.
They all get up, and I'm thinking, are they zombies? What are they? Do they not die from?
No, she
Like,
said so they're more durable. Like she makes lethal blows, but their skin is so thick it doesn't penetrate.
but she went through some of them.
Yeah, but they're like that durable.
They can have spears go through their
I mean, if
body.
you pierce their heart, they're gonna die. But yeah, if you pierce their body, they're tough. They'll shrug it off.
Don't they bleed?
Apparently, bleeding out doesn't stop them. I don't know. I don't know their physiology.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, isn't that a weird how they just got up and they were fine, but then at the near the end where they have that big Princess cruise ship that they have in the middle of the ocean,
Yeah.
and they're fighting on there, they all get slaughtered really quickly.
No, not necessarily. No, but at the end they were outnumbering them.
Mm-hmm.
So
I also found that scene really weird. How they had
the Wakandans were going to lose.
Why would Wakanda go into the water where the strength is for the other opponent?
Yeah, that was weird.
It is stupid. You don't go into battle to the opponent's strength.
Yeah.
You bring them to your strength, which is land.
Which also didn't do much.
But they have high points on the land, do they not?
But how would you lure them off out of their domain? Like, what would you do?
Well, I mean, how much time do I have here? Like, I mean, I'm
not
the writer here. I'm just thinking
you have all the time in the world. Hypothetical, you have time to plan this. How would you get them out of the water?
You would have to bring some of their people in. You have to capture some of theirs.
How would
just
you
like
do
they
that?
Captured yours.
How would you do that?
Well, how did they capture these guys?
They lured them with the vibranium device. But again, that was the one thing they cared about. I can't see any other way they would get them out of water. Well, like, I just can't think of another way. That's just me, though.
I don't know. I mean, that's where I'm not a great writer, so I just think that it was silly to go into the strength of an enemy to fight them.
Oh, 100%. But the alternative is they do nothing, and he just floods Wakanda regardless. So I think they were just kind of grasping at straws.
And then for me,
also to be fair, M'Baku's like, your plan's stupid. Like he basically told Shuri, like, don't do this. And she's like, no, I'm doing this. Like so it's not like you're wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
M'Baku pointed out the same flaw.
Nuke the water.
Nuke the whales.
I also want to talk about the knight. Where's the suit? In the comics, they had these suits for denying.
Midnight Angel.
I thought they're the most ridiculous things in the world.
I don't like those.
They're so ridiculous, over the top nonsense. Yeah, coupled with that, with the Ironheart suit, I thought they're just ridiculous.
I don't even like them in the comics. I just think they're ugly all around.
Also, where are the men in this movie? Besides M'Baku, where are the rest of the army of men?
I think they were supposed to be like lions, where the women do all the hunting and fighting. But we saw in the first movie that each tribe has an army.
Yeah, where happened to that?
So
where's the Rhino clan?
I don't know, right?
They just disappeared.
Oh no, they're in jail. So that clan's in jail. I know that.
Okay.
But I don't know where M'Baku's soldiers are.
The ape guys, right?
Yeah.
I saw like 3 of them. That's about
I saw them mocking her, which I thought was hilarious. We're like, oh, praise be to Hanu. The spy has saved Wakanda again. Maybe her reward will be exile because they kicked the Koyu out.
Yeah.
So I like him like talking garbage about them, but still doing.
But what doesn't Wakanda itself have men in fighting?
Because I know the best fighters are the women. I know there are men soldiers.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. I don't know where they are. Like
I don't know. They just disappeared.
They disappeared. Yeah.
And then I also thought the whole plan to trap Neymar in a ship or a little floating device in air with heat on was so over the top ridiculous. It just like what? And then this guy's having trouble punching a hole through it when he picked up a helicopter and flung it around like a frisbee.
I
What?
think I think the I don't know what you call it, the shields. I accept the fact that he had to break through the shields.
The comics they have Starship Trooper Tech 2.
Which ones? The Wakandans?
I know we're getting a
Yeah.
sidetracked here, but
But
what is okay, the final scene here from the plane to
yeah.
crashing on the beach.
Yeah.
I thought it could have been way better. It could have been way better. She gets stabbed, which could probably take out a vertebrae through. This is a, this is a blow that would kill a lot of people, even if you have the suit on, because the suit only protects you so much. He's not the person wearing the suit is not invincible, because if that person was invincible, they'd be able to take on any character, including Thanos, and not have to worry about dying. Right? There
Depends
is
on
a
the
limit to the suit. There is a limit to the suit.
As far as I know, their Sanj technology are basically nanites, so it patched her up immediately. So I accept that, whatever. Plus the stupid plant, the the heart shaped herb. Like I'm the nanites plus that. I'm like, okay, fine. Like okay, whatever. Like you survived apparently. I thought that stab was overkill. Like that should have taken her out too. I'm with you on that, but my headcanon are those two things. Like that. Okay, apparently that's how durable she is now with the suit.
Because
But
then
it also
the reason why I say that is, how do you explain then Chadwick's passing then? If he's invincible and nanites can repair him and everything, how did he die then?
they didn't say what illness he had.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
If she is invincible to a blow like that,
yeah.
that means that the person donning that technology and the Wakandan plant is nearly indestructible and can be healed.
But there's a difference between like lethal blows versus like heart failure. And like I don't know, there's a reason Captain Marvel, this cosmic powered person with Kree technology, got cancer and died. Like it's sad to say that's how he died.
Yeah.
But this soldier, super human with alien tech
Because it takes
person.
away from his efforts. Do you know what I mean? Like to me, I
But
thought
in a way, it goes to show you like you can be as like strong as you want. You can upgrade yourself as strong as you want, but some sicknesses just can't be cured. I think in comics and in movies, for whatever reason, cancer is one of the things that will do you in.
Mhm.
Like, and it's still one of the things where like, oh, you have a cure for
and I, and
cancer.
I,
Like,
and I understand why they didn't mention it, because they
yeah,
wanted to be respectful. So
like
I
we don't
get,
know. We don't even know if it's a made
yeah,
up disease. I don't know. Why did
yeah,
Goku get a heart attack? Like he
yeah,
could
yeah,
punch a planet in half, but he had a heart attack. Like it's one of those situations
yeah,
where even I was like, what took him out? Like what did he have? But this is a made up world, so maybe it's a super. I don't know. But what what would the plant shaped herb do if he already had it in his system? Are you just giving him double doses now? Was that supposed to help
yeah.
him? Like we don't know the context, and they left it out for reasons, I suppose.
I also thought how he bent the knee was ridiculous.
Mm,
That's not Namor. That's not my Namor.
okay.
Um, I thought that was weak,
Yeah.
and it's what Disney's doing is where they're trying to push this woke agenda, and I'm going to say it. That's my opinion on it, and I don't like it because it's already happening already right now. Bob Iger is back as Disney CEO. They've pushed out the other Bob. Forgot his name. Bob Shelik or something like that.
Hmm.
They've kicked him out and they brought him back just yesterday. And it's because Disney's losing a lot of money. They're losing a lot of money. And they brought this guy back out of retirement to right the ship. And like I mentioned earlier, phase 1 and 2, fantastic. I thought they continued to add balance and give a lot of new and old characters the respect they deserve. But now they're adding so many new characters and just forgetting the old characters and not giving them the respect they deserve, origin story, or just giving them the same kind of characteristics like Namor should have got. It's taken away from a lot of people are not happy with a lot of OGs and a lot of people who are the core audience are not watching this. There was a massive drop off from the first week to the second week for Black Panther. Um, it's on course right now to be just behind Doctor Strange domestically. I don't know what the international numbers are going to be like. Who knows with what's going on in China, what's not going on in China, but it's not good. I mean, we know Black Panther, the first one, was lightning in a bottle. It just took the world by storm. Everything fell in place, and it was just awesome, right? From the acting, from the amazing the amazing cinematic experience, the writing, the directing. It was lightning in a bottle, and a lot of times the part two really doesn't hold a candle to the first one. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So for me, I just thought this movie lacked in a lot of things. They tried their best. I'm gonna give them a pass in trying their best because of what happened. Right? They did the best they could, I think. Um, but I also feel that they added way too many things because they're probably worried, is this going to be good or not? Because we just lost our main lead here, our main person, so we should put all these other people in there to kind of cover for that loss. And I just think that they kind of did a disservice to Wakanda. I think they should have kept it more simple, two nations fighting, not have all this other fillers in there. I don't know. It I was not impressed with this movie. I was just like kind of I walked out of the theater and we did a fundraiser for that event, right? And I was very hyped for it. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. What are your final thoughts on this?
I liked it. There was the slow parts that I didn't like, but we already talked about. But overall, I had a good time watching it.
Did it live up to your expectations? Because you say you were very hyped for this movie.
Yeah, I
This
was
was
very
one of the
hyped. I was mostly like wondering how they would handle the Chadwick thing.
yeah. I think everybody
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
I thought they took a chance. Like it was very people said they profited off his like
No,
passing.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree because if you recasted him, you could just continue to use that character and make money versus it's a hard stop now. Like he is done. It's
Yeah.
sad. It made me feel, I guess. The ending and the beginning made me feel, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Um
What do you think? Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
oh, the final battle. So here's the thing that also came up a lot before this movie came up. Like how was Shuri going to be the Black Panther? Like how she's not a fighter. We saw her in the first movie. She doesn't fight. She shot what like
She had no fighting experience at all.
if they mentioned like in passing, hey, you need to keep up with your formal training because she's royalty still. There's no way she doesn't have formal training. Like in this, like even her mom, Ramunda, had training. They know how to fight. I just wish they said something like, hey, get back to your.
Honestly, she should have got her, kicked by Namor.
She did, and she's lucky she won. She won because of she outsmarted him. That's just it.
Yeah, but
she didn't just pummel him or anything like that.
Is it more of outsmarting, or is it just writing to get the narrative, like to get the story going to the
100% outsmarting? They had to put him at the right place at the right time in order for
and he was so dumb to fall for that. That's the
yeah,
thing.
he did. He didn't expect
He's
it.
not a dumb character though. He's a very smart
I know.
character.
I wouldn't expect a.
He's part of the Illuminati.
I wouldn't expect a Starship Trooper ship to fly by at the like I don't know. Like that's something I wouldn't have expected.
I just thought. Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
He immediately started to break free. It's just the ship was so fast. By the time he got out, it was on.
Yeah, I don't know. That just sounds so bad.
But like what? Like I don't know. Like how would you outsmart him? Like they had.
No, it's not. It's he's too smart. That's what I'm trying to say.
He's not really a brilliant guy.
No. But a fighting tactical point I'm talking about. Like
yeah,
he's not an idiot to fall into a trap like that.
Why not though? Like how fast was that?
This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm saying. They tried their best. She tried her best, and she still failed. They should have ended the story like, "Hey, you messed with me. I told you guys not to mess with me, right? Now I've ruined you guys. I've put you to shame, and I don't need to do any more. Never come near me. Never ask for my help again." That ended it there. Why do we need to have a happy ending? Why do we need
Because
to
like
have a conclusion?
he sought them out. Like what would he?
Yeah,
Like,
and at the end he could have said to them, "I sought you guys out, and I was wrong to do that. You're a nation of your own. You and your pathetic people, whatever you want to call it. I'm just trying to simplify it here.
yeah.
I was stupid to come and reach out to you guys. We are going back to where we are. I want nothing to do, you guys. Leave it at that." And she should put up a good fight, give him a fight of his life, but not to the point where she subdues him and he bends the knee. Because now that you've automatically made this character nothing like Namor was ever in the comics.
I don't know. He was a lapdog at one
But he
point.
never gave up easily, did he?
When the Black Order came. Yeah, yeah. There's some moments.
But look at the power of what you're talking about.
I don't know. He let Spider-Man punch him in the face, and like he's
well then
he's done. Like he's been in those situations.
Spider-Ham's gonna take him out now. I don't know.
I can see why. I know what you're talking about though. Like he's a Vegeta.
Me,
He's a
right?
Vegeta character where
Yes,
like, they're prideful.
Thank you. That's a great way to put it. He's a Vegeta character. He's a stubborn fool, and a stubborn fool needs to go away. And she could say, "I gave him a run for his money. He ain't gonna mess with us now because now there is a Black Panther, and I gave him a run for his money. He understands me. I understand him. We don't need to be friends here. We don't need them. They don't need us. But one day they might need us." And that's what I'm saying is in the future, he needs to come back and say, "I do need help because I just got, you know what, handed to me when we thought we were the best."
I was thinking, like, how could they have, like, I thought the same thing as you. Like, it would have been better if he just left instead of them. Okay, we made peace now. Let's all go back.
I don't want
people.
peace. Yeah, I didn't want peace.
Like,
because what I wanted him to do is be an arrogant fool and then pay for it the next movie. Like, you didn't want peace, but here you are getting, you know what, kicked by some alien or whatever the story will be next, because I think they're trying to go into space. But you got your, you know what, handed to you. And now maybe you'll listen to Wakandans and everybody else. And now maybe you'll understand, you know, it's not just about you now. Like, that's what I wanted. Like, I wanted that next continuation of him finally realizing he's a stubborn fool, right?
At the same time, though, I understand they needed Shuri to have a win after, like, her entire family got
well, the win
out.
could have been a stalemate. Like, hey, I did my family proud by not having this
after her city was like, she still lost her city too.
Well, that's done already and over with, right?
Yeah,
you can always rebuild. Like, you have the technology to rebuild.
You do, anyway. But at the same time, I can see, like, okay, she lost everything. Let's give her this. But in order to get there, she had to trap him, dehydrate him, crash the thing into a desert.
It just sounds so.
Get stabbed in the thing.
Try not to laugh. Try not to laugh.
No, but like you saw, like she barely won. Barely.
I guess okay. What about the end credit scene? Let's talk about that.
Oh, I liked it a lot. It made me feel like there was some form of closure.
Mm-hmm. I saw this coming, by the way.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was like, okay, is this happening or not?
I saw this coming. I'm like, they're gonna do this, and I'm glad they did this. It's great. It gives us something to hope for in the future, right? And it also gives Shuri something. Like, she didn't want to be in this role. She wants to be the science. She wants to be the nerdy kid because that's what it gives her pleasure. Like, she wants to be what James Bond has. Q. She wants to be that person that
she wasn't about there.
Yeah, it gives her joy, right? And so this is something that she can now look forward to, seeing her nephew grow up and take the bloodline role, and now she can go and help him and develop him into that position with new technology, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe he can go and kick Neymar's butt down the road again, say, "Hey, what's up now?" Right? Like, and then Shuri could be standing there like, "Yeah, that's my nephew. I helped develop and train to kick your, you know what." So,
a lot of people were surprised. Like, they didn't believe Shuri wouldn't know. But rewatching it again, Nakia tried to phone her, and her mom tried to tell her. Like, there was hints that, like, they tried to talk to Shuri, but she was in her grieving moment where she was ignoring them. It's like, okay, that was cool. Because at first, like, I find it hard to believe they wouldn't tell her that's a slap in the face, but it's because she was avoiding everyone, and there was never the right time.
Cowabunga says this movie should have taken place during the blip. They could have mourned the Black Panther and could return. Yeah, but was he not still alive during that?
No, he got blipped out.
No. I meant like in real life.
Oh yeah.
So they would never have thought to remove him from the because why would you remove an A-list character?
I doubt they would have made Shuri the lead if he was still living.
There's no way you would take Chadwick out of that position. 100% they would have kept him on. If the timing was unfortunately correct, then yes, I could see that. Like, yeah, look at this. This is not Shuri. This is not Shuri. This is badass.
They're completely
but
different.
She people. Is not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have zero quarrels with this. If she had the physique of this, and the writing obviously is different here.
She's kind of a jerk here, though. She's like,
but that's okay. But that's okay. That's fine.
She was becoming this in the movie when she was like bloodlusted and angry at everyone. She was turning into this person.
It just didn't go well with her. I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. It just her trying to get angry just made me laugh more because she didn't sound or she didn't exude that angerish type of look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to seeing her as a goofy, funny, nerdy, smart type of character that high fives her brother or gives him the middle finger. Remember in the first movie?
But like sometimes,
hey brother, people, I got something for you.
Right? But those people get angry too. So are you? No, they do. Are you saying like her acting was bad and you didn't believe it? Like it didn't.
I would say her anger acting wasn't that great.
Okay.
Like it didn't tell me that she is really angry in the movie. It sort of made me chuckle a little bit. She was just sort of like a angry kid. Like I'm upset, give my ball, I'm going home kind of thing. It didn't show an adult anger. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you? It wasn't an adult anger. It was more of a kid anger. Temper tantrum.
Like a tantrum?
Yeah.
Everyone's different though. So
yeah.
I don't know. For me, she represents someone who didn't want to be a queen, who didn't want to be Black Panther, who doesn't believe in their traditions, who just like she's just in turmoil, so she's dealing with it.
Future Eric is shaking head. What are we shaking your head about? I don't understand. Add some context to that shaking. Okay, what do you give this? It's gonna catch on. What?
What is?
I don't know. It's gonna catch on. I swear. The temper tantrum. What's gonna catch on? Sub future. Oh, he's talking about his name.
Oh, the name.
Oh God, these guys. Okay, let's talk about score. Can you give it a score right now?
I actually enjoyed it.
Okay, what do you give it?
I'm giving it an 8. I know it has its problems. I know it's different for everyone. So
fair enough.
When I see people try to tell me their opinion like facts,
doesn't that really annoy you?
It does. I'm like, I don't know what to tell
Twitter,
you.
I swear to God, I go on Twitter and I go on their feed, and there's 70 million people on one side, and there's 70 million on the other side. And the crazy part about it is they're trying to convince the other side.
I'm like,
that
there's wrong. No on and off switch for my opinion. Like I like what I like.
And I just find it like so funny. It's like, listen, everybody has their opinions. Stop changing their opinions. They will change it on their own. If just give them the facts of what you thought, and then let's see if they want to take those facts and change their mind. If they don't, they don't. Like, I don't understand, but it's like crazy out there, man.
If I don't understand something, I'll ask them, because one of my biggest ones that still says like they didn't like Riri because she didn't. They said, I wish they would stop telling us she's smart and would just show us she's smart. And then I was like, but she built that machine and you saw all the stuff she's working on. She's going to MIT. Like,
the whole story was about her building
getting her into trouble. So I'm like, I need you to explain.
Enough?
I need you to explain to me what kind of scene you would need. And then someone's like, I don't believe she built an Iron Man suit. I'm like, she built a crappy one out of Stark Tech.
Yeah.
She took what Stark made.
Mark 45.
It's like Mark 0.5.
Yeah, 0.5. That's it.
And she
it
made
flew
it
in the air. which is a lot better than a lot of people can do in the world. Right?
She made it out of stuff Stark perfected. So I believe that. He made his first suit in a cave with scraps. She made her first suit out of his technology. So I 100% believe she could do it. It just will never be as good as his, and I was okay with that.
Who is 78 talking about? What he liked, Shuri? I don't know who's talking to. He's talking to you, probably.
Probably me. I didn't.
I didn't say I
No.
hate or like her. I just think she was lukewarm. Let's put it that way.
I understand her situation, and I understand why she became the Black Panther. She was the last living member of her family, so it makes sense that she took the heart-shaped herb that she invented. Like that's just the situation.
My boy 78 is hot. It's early morning for him over there, I think, wherever he is.
Where I thought he's in the States somewhere.
No, he's somewhere up in Asia. He's, I think, Indonesia.
Is he?
Yeah, he's up in Indonesia, man. It's early morning there for him.
I didn't know he was there. I don't know why I thought he was in like
no.
I thought he was in like Seattle or something.
No, not Seattle.
Or California.
That's Omar. This dude.
I don't.
Toy Farce is in Finland.
Is he?
Yeah, Toy Farce is in Finland.
Yeah, I didn't mind her being the genius. She's just a non-factor.
Are we getting too many girl geniuses? What do you think?
Well, who else is there? There's Shuri. There's her. Versus Hank Pym, Scott Lang, Peter Parker.
Hank is Bruce smart, Banner. But not Scott. Scott is a dummy.
No, Scott. Remember Scott? Scott perfected the Giant Man.
Did he?
Yeah, he did that.
He sort of got lucky with the switch, I think.
He made it. He did it. So
he's
I don't know.
Just old. He eats lunch at 10 a.m. That's 70. He's talking about 78. Indonesia. See, I was right. He's in Indonesia. See, it's lunchtime there now.
Good memory. Yeah, I don't know. There's two.
Man, Indonesia got some good food. 78. What you eating, man? You better not be eating McDonald's or that. They got some good street food. The closest I got to Indonesia was Bali. I was on one of the islands off the coast of Indonesia. I had a good time there. Getting sidetracked here. So you give it 8 out of 10. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to have to give this movie a 6 out of 10.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 5 for some reason.
No, I'm going to give it a 6. I've watched it once, like I said. So I forgot some points that you mentioned, reminded me, because some of it has been a little bit of a blur. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm worried about Phase 5 because Phase 4 was a train wreck for me. I'm really worried about the direction they're going here with all this. But 6 out of 10 for this movie. 78 point goes. Yeah, second watch, it gets worse. Damn 6. No, it's not a damn 6. Listen. I don't hate movies. As much as everybody wants to say that I hate everything, I don't.
Yeah.
Stop that nonsense. Stop that rumors on Twitter. Have you seen it on Twitter?
What rumors? Just video clips.
People saying I hate everything. I don't hate everything. Jeez. Why give it a 6? Okay, I'm going to explain quickly here. Beginning and end, in terms of tribute to Chadwick, great. Characters like what's her name? The mom. What is the mom's name in real life? The actress.
Oh, Angela Bassett.
Angela, great. I thought, for what it's worth, Shuri, the actress, she did her best. I mean, you got to understand too. Like, you're now responsible to replace Chadwick. That is a lot of weight to lift in a situation like that. And she was told, "Hey, you're now Black Panther. You're the face of this show, of this movie now." And I kind of feel bad because, you know, you're going to go up against a heavyweight like Chadwick here. Yeah. He's an icon. He's like Muhammad Ali, and she's just like, okay, you want me to be at that level? I'm gonna try my best, but it's impossible at some point, right, to do that. So I have to I felt bad in a situation where she was put in, and I'm gonna have to give this a 6 because she did her best to get the best out she could. And unfortunately, it didn't. In my opinion, it was satisfactory. In the time they had to put something together. So a lot of this is, you know, they did the best they could. So that's why I'm giving it the best I think it's worth. It's worth 6 out of 10, in my opinion.
Okay.
But everybody has their own opinion. Look, people are giving different numbers here. Futuristic is giving it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, see, like
Look,
he's
even you
saying
call
that.
it futuristic now.
Sorry.
Is that even you started calling it
Yeah, I'm
futuristic?
gonna
Is
call
it
it
future?
futuristic because 78 told me it's futuristic, so I'm gonna call it futuristic. Neymar acting was really good. Enjoyed it. See, I disagree with that one right there. Right, so he thinks it's good. They're great. That's why maybe he gave it a 7 out of 10. I don't think his acting was that good. It was okay. I do like the actor because I seen him in other shows. Um, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm hoping that they can improve on this character, Neymar, down the road, uh, because he's an OG and he should be held on a higher stature. I think he's up there with me for Iron Man and Captain America.
Yeah.
So, all right, okay, so that is our full on spoiler talk. Um, we have a few more shows left before the holiday season, right?
What shows?
A few more episodes. We're getting close to the holidays.
Oh, I thought you meant like shows to watch. Like, wait, what am I
No, no,
supposed to
no,
be
not shows
binging?
to
I'm
watch.
supposed to be binging something.
What I want to do for the last show before we head for the week long absence, we take about a week away during the holidays. I think for the last show before we head off for the holidays, I think we should do an open episode where we kind of sit back, drink some eggnog or whatever we want to drink, and we just talk about some cool stuff, year in review of things that we liked and watched and we collected. We'll just do that, and people come on, like like you guys should come on. I don't mind staying up later. I can't speak for you, but I'll stay a little bit longer so people in Indonesia can hang out with us. Or we can start a bit early, whatever it is. We'll figure something out. But I think the last episode of the season will just be a fun, exciting episode. Hang out.
Mhm.
Um, we have other shows too, by the way. We have Popcorn Chicken on Wednesday. We're finishing off Andor. Go check out last week's episode. I went off a little bit and kind of annoyed my compatriots that were on. Um, it was
Yeah,
one
you
for the
hate.
it was one for the ages. So
They're
if you
just
have never
so
seen
just
Alvin
miserable.
angry, go watch last week's Andor episode.
Everyone's just
Alvin
so
was a
pleasant
hella
and having a
mad.
nice time, and then there's you.
Everyone was having a nice time until I got on the mic and I was hot. So go check that episode out. Last week's Popcorn Chicken. And then we have our AGR video game channel. We have a podcast we drop on there, and we are starting very soon our Saturday morning show, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. It's called Mighty Mornings. It's coming up very soon. Anything else you want to add?
I have nothing. No, I think
Nothing?
I'm good. Nothing to add.
Okay. All right. Thank everybody for coming on and saying hi to us. Much love from here all the way to Indonesia. I hope everyone's doing well. Holiday season's upon us. Hope your shopping is going well. Um, yeah. So wherever you're around the world or the universe, have yourself a great day, a great morning, and a good night. Bye bye.
Bye.
I am not Namor.